Let me have a look and make sure that we are live. Let me hide that message that I've put up. Okay. Just bear with me. If anyone's in, they can say hello. Where are we at? All right, I don't know what's going on here. It says that I'm live, but I can't see myself on the other one. It's just a thingy picture.
Oh. I can see it says live and there's a clock ticking.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, I can see us.
Can you see us, can you?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't. I've still got a thingy up. Where is it? Where's the camera? Look, on mine, it's still showing as a thingy. Oh, yeah. How you doing, Matt? All right?
Yeah, fine, thank you. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to our first live stream.
Yeah.
We're
good
together.
to be here.
And moving forward, I will be looking at other people coming on. I have approached other people, including Michael from Michael's, I can't remember the name of his channel now.
Movie Corner.
Yeah, that's it. Oceans Reviews. I spoke to him.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that'll be that's of Australia, so that's going to be a bit of a time difference.
Well, he said that he's happy at any time, so he can work around our.
Cool.
And also, who else I spoke to? Oh, Pure Hangout.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it'd be nice to chat to him.
Yeah, no, that'll be good. But yeah, so what you been up to?
Well, I mean, I'm on holiday today, tomorrow, and Monday. So this morning I've just been watching a couple of Supergirl season 6 episodes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, quite enjoying them actually. It's I think probably this season you can see it's kind of they're trying to wrap it up now, but the last couple of episodes I've quite enjoyed. It's been good.
Cool, that's great. Yeah, no, the season 7 does dip a bit in quality. I mean, you do notice a drop off in the old production values. No, wait, season 6 is the last, isn't it?
Yeah,
no,
season 6.
Yeah, this is the one where the production values dropped, and she disappeared for a while, didn't she? I don't know if that was her having a baby. So at the moment, anyway, we've got Sergeant Slaughterhouse in the Sergeant Slaughterhouse.
Hello. Welcome.
Matt has got a channel of his own, Matt V's Movies. So if anyone, I don't know if people can drop their channel links in. If anyone's watching who has got channels, if you want to try dropping your channel links in, I will put them up. And you'll see each other's messages anyway. So, you know what I mean? You can go to each other's channels and subscribe. I'm all up for that. Helping the smaller channels get themselves up all the time. So nice to have you here, Sergeant. Michael's made it in. Hello, you beautiful lads. Okay. Well,
hello, Michael.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but nice to have you in. I'm glad you could make it. As I was saying to Matt a bit earlier, Michael, that I have approached you about coming on as a guest at some point, which will be fabulous. And I've got to dig out them. I didn't get around digging them DVDs out for you, Mike. I've still got to do that. That will come. Trust me. It's just I've got to get boxes out and dig through. I'll do it this weekend for you, Mike. I know I said that last weekend, but I completely forgot. So, Matt, what have you been watching other than Supergirl?
Well, last night I watched Boss Level. That was good. I didn't really know much about it going into it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think I've got a German release of that.
Yeah.
It was a very enjoyable film.
I thought it was really good. When I first started watching it, because it's kind of like a Groundhog Day scenario, and I thought, oh, how's this going to play out? But actually, it was done very well. It was. See, changing it up.
See, now I have a problem with the Groundhog Day scenario of film. because I do struggle with them, but there are some good ones. Palm Springs is another one, film called Palm Springs, with the main guy, the main comedian out of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, if you've ever seen that. Jake Peralta, that's the character's name. But I have trouble with the storytelling in that it just never seems to progress anywhere. So I find them somewhat hard to watch, like Live, Die, Repeat, or whatever that's called. What's the other one? Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow, yeah.
I don't mind, but I do. It's one that I don't often revisit. I think Palm Springs was very good. Boss Level, I really did enjoy, because it was just silly fun. It was just stupid action, over the top, stupid action, and Mel Gibson's in it, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's quite good in it. So he's got a massive role in it, but he kind of pops up throughout. And but yeah, I mean, there's some sort of famous faces in there. You've got Michelle Yeoh from Discovery. She's in it. There's the guy in the bar. Well, it's like restaurant, I suppose. I've noticed him before, the Chinese guy. He was in one of the Transformers films. Can't remember the actor's name, but I recognised him. And Naomi Watts. Now, I recognise her face, but what else has she been in?
Naomi Watts. She was in
Yeah.
King Kong.
Oh, okay, that was it.
Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Yeah, I recognised her face, and I thought, where have I seen you from? And yeah. So she was in it, and yeah, it was just a great. I don't know. I just came out of it thinking I really enjoyed it. I like the character development. He sort of started off in a place, and then sort of at the end of the film, he's come full circle. Yes. And I mean, I guess they have left it open for potential sequel, but because you don't actually know obviously what happens at the end. But I don't want to give out spoilers for people who haven't seen it. But I've done a movie review for it, so that'll be up next week on my channel.
Oh,
just giving you my thoughts, non-spoiler.
Good.
So, but yeah, no, that was really good.
I think I saw that
night before. Right?
I think it was about a year ago. It needs a rewatch for definite from me.
Yeah, it's the first time I'd watched it. I've got a feeling it is on Disney as well, Disney Plus, because it's a Hulu.
Okay.
A Hulu launch. So I'm guessing it probably is on Disney Plus, but I've got to renew my subscription next week because obviously we've got Prey coming out next week, haven't we? And I tell you what, from what I've heard, this is going to be a good Predator film.
Well, I think it is one of my ones I'm waiting for the most this year. Let's come back to that because Michael says, no worries, I'm in no rush. That's right, Mike, I'll get them out. And we've also got here, the fries are mine. Afternoon, the fries are mine. How are you keeping? Thank you for popping in. Prey. It looks, yes, I'm excited for Friday. I'm working from home Friday.
Yeah.
Just for that reason. I'm going to be there first thing. Are you going to? Oh no, you'll be working, won't you? Yeah.
Well, I'll probably watch it. I may watch it in the evening. But yeah, what I've heard, some people are saying that it's better than the original. Now that's some statement to make, but
that is. That's an interesting statement to make. I know it got a standing ovation at Comic-Con, although that's probably not very hard because it's all going to be fans there anyway.
Yeah.
But it's all positive, very, very positive.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to it.
Certainly after The Predator, which kind of I think everyone, and I watched something last night and they were saying, why did it go straight to streaming? Why is it only had a limited theatrical release? And the reason being is because The Predator did so poorly, they've thought, right, well, let's not go down the theatrical route, which is a shame because obviously it is, proving to be, well, from the initial reaction, it's looking like one of the better films. in the punch on.
Absolutely. I think also, you know, the cinemas are so clogged with, you know, your superhero stuff and all this other stuff that even the last Aliens films haven't really proved overly beneficial financially for the companies upon a cinematic release. And so if Hulu is a new home for them, then I'm all for that. But the unfortunate side of that, Hulu Disney, is the physical release side. Will Prey get physical release?
Yeah.
Time will answer that one, but we shall see. Anyway, so Michael here says that he still needs to watch Predator. Now, Michael, Predator is actually one of my top 10 favorite films of all time. I've never done a top 10 list, but that would make it. It is a film that will never be made today. You know, that much machismo on screen, just it doesn't exist in actors now. All the actors today are people that are in touch with their sensitive sides, or they can portray that kind of an actor. But this is Predator is just it's
fantastic.
Michael, go watch Predator.
Yeah. Oh, you won't be disappointed.
It's a brilliant film, mate. It really is. Go watch it. That's all I can say. And Matt will, you know. And the alien design is just that design for that creature. I mean, it's never been bettered in a sequel. They'll mix it up a bit, do something, but that first one is just spot on. There you go.
Well, I like Predator 2 as well. I quite enjoy that one. I know a lot. That's kind of regarded further down the list for a lot of people, but I quite like the total difference from being totally away from the jungle into a city. I enjoy it as equally as much. I think it's especially at the end. It's brilliant at the end.
It is. It was great for world building. I had no issue with the fact that Arnie wasn't back, and it gave a different setting. It was actually based on a comic series, Dark Horse's first ever Predator comic series that they'd done, which was before Predator 2 came out. Was actually city centric. It was city bound, but it involved Dutch's brother. Him trying to find out what's happened to Dutch and all this sort of thing. But I'm going, you know, this is years and years ago. I remember I must have been, I don't know how young I was, but my dad was working up in London at the time. He worked at the National Gallery, and I sent him round to the Forbidden Planet. I said, on your lunch break, can you go around there just to get me issue 1 of the Predator? and he did. Yeah, very nice of him. But yes. Ooh. Predator 2, I enjoy it. It's very dated now. It looks very dated, primarily because of the costumes that people are wearing, the vehicles, all this sort of stuff in it. And it does really feels like it heavily borrows from RoboCop with the TV stuff. There's the aliens connection with the bit where they're all on the monitors. So it does feel like it's sort of borrowed heavily from other things. But the first one doesn't suffer with that sort of aging because they're just soldiers in the jungle wearing cameras. All right,
could be at any time.
They might be using some outdated weaponry now, but you know, I'm not a weapons expert, so I don't know. But it hasn't got that sort of a thing. So Alan's here.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Alan. Really nice of you to drop in. Really appreciate it. So Alan says, hi guys, there's a new Stallone film called The Samaritan where he's a retired superhero. Looks very good. It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay. Yeah, now I saw some trailers. I haven't watched them yet, but I did see them pop up and thought, oh, this looks interesting. Oh, cool. We'll check that one out, definitely.
Yeah, I saw the trailer of it last night. It looked good. I like Stallone. He's a very underrated actor, I think, as in he has got the ability to act.
Yeah, and direct as well.
Yes, he's a very clever guy. He can give a good performance. And this film does look very, very good. Yeah.
Ooh, definitely check that one out.
So we've got what's that?
Dimension Scott. Yeah. He's
how do you pronounce that?
Dimension Scott. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel.
Oh, hi Scott. How are you doing? I'll have to. Is that the name of your channel? Am I not
Yeah.
subscribed to it?
Dimension Scott. Yeah, I think that's his surname, Scott. Dimension. I think that's his first name. Yeah, I subscribe to him. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
And make sure that I am subbed.
Yeah.
If I'm not, and everyone else, if you want to sub to one another, I don't know if you can copy and drop your links in, but you're certainly welcome to try. Michael says that he has seen bits and pieces of the first one and need to watch it in full. Certainly do.
Oh, yeah.
You certainly do. So what has everyone else been watching lately out there? Let me know. So then we've got 80s horror fan, 88. Hi all. So
hello.
Q is physical. So why is physical media dying? I'm assuming that is. My local Tesco got rid of the media section. Yes, there is a HMV in Zavvi, but HMV had money issues last year. Yeah, physical media is on the decline. Sales. DVD still big, is the biggest of the three. So what's your take on this, Matt?
Well, it's streaming, isn't it? It started with Netflix, Amazon, now Disney. Obviously, they're a big player. You've got Paramount Plus that's just launched in the last few months. Obviously, Warner Brothers in America. I'm sure they'll be doing something over here before long. For the general viewer, streaming is what they want. They want something that's easy to access at the fingertips, and they're the ones that would be buying the DVDs. I'm not saying all would. I'm sure there are DVD collectors out there, I know. But for the majority, the people that would go into Tesco's, doing their shopping, picking up the DVD, oh, that looks quite a good film. They're the sort of people that will be certainly, looking at streaming sites now. I do it. I look at streaming. I obviously collect, but I still look on Amazon, Disney Plus. I won't be able to subscribe to all these sites, but yeah, it's convenience having that at your fingertips, which is certainly for DVDs and to a degree Blu-ray, 4K. It's going to be a collector's market sort of going forward, I feel.
Yeah, it's definite. I think it's an age thing, obviously. The younger generation, even when if the kids say to me, "What do you want for Christmas?" and I say, "Oh, get me a DVD box set of this," or something like that, I see this look in their face that they're going out to buy me something that's antiquated and just not worth money. They've got this sort of, I feel it from them. I think I just get that, So yeah, it's unfortunate, but. And from a business perspective, to a degree, I can understand why someone like Disney don't want to put their stuff out on physical media to drive the numbers to their subscription sites. I totally get that. As bad as it sounds, all I can hope for is that maybe the piracy market increases on this stuff for someone like Disney to then turn around and say, hold on a minute. There's money.
There's a market.
Let's start pushing this stuff out on thingy. But HMV having money issues. HMV have been saved. Is it twice now in the past? I can't see HMV being around forever. Totally, I can't. You go into one of their stores now, and they have all these sort of American candies, and they do a lot of figures and this sort of a thing. I as you know, Matt, every now and then I pick up figures now and then that I want, but I've never ever grabbed them in HMV. It's always Hidden Planet and that sort of a thing. It's never been I've never really picked anything up like that in HMV. I think there's just not a market for even that sort of stuff. It's so niche. I can't see them surviving much longer, really. They have upped their game a bit online now, but I still don't think that their online purchasing, is where it could be. They're online. Their you know what I mean, the internet side of it.
Yeah.
I think
I mean, I think the vinyl side of things is because that's still it's become very popular, certainly with young people now. You know, very much want to collect vinyl. I know my son, he likes to collect vinyl.
Yeah.
So there is a market there definitely for that. But like I say, a lot of this sort of sweets stuff, you know, I mean, I haven't been into an HMV. I don't have one locally, but it looks very expensive, and it's kind of more the sort of birthday treat or Christmas gift. It's not an everyday thing, is it? You know, and that kind of thing.
And those prices are just roof on them.
Yeah, and I don't know about the figure side. I mean, what the HMV's prices compare to, say, Forbidden Planet or
they're in the same sort of, they're in the same sort of ballpark. The problem is HMV are picking, shall we say. They will sell, like at the moment, it's the Thor Love and Thunder figures, the primary ones they've got in, and the Batman ones because of the Batman film. They have a few others, smaller ones, but they don't have the selection, that the amount of stuff that comes out. It's like they just cherry pick what they want to sell. I don't know if that's different online. If there's more availability online, I'm not sure. I never looked into it. No. But for me, like I said, it's the Forbidden Planet. It always has been, and it always will be in that sense.
Yeah, but I suppose with figures as well, if you're buying them online, there's that, you know, danger that it could be damaged or the box dented or this kind of thing. So you probably want to see that in a shop, don't you?
Yeah. You know. I have bought online, and they don't suffer with the sort of packaging problems that your DVDs do. And they're always been well packaged, in my opinion. But I think that, you know, obviously with a credit crunch coming in as well, not a good time for these businesses either. So that could go some way. But I don't think HMV can keep getting reprieve after reprieve after reprieve. I think the future, you know, I think just thinking logically, the future says at some point you will be gone, as will any sort of little shop that's outside of a food shop, unfortunately.
I think the owner is quite switched on. I mean, he's kind of moved a lot of the shops to sort of cheaper rentals. So he's kind of switched on from that point of view. But there may come a time where they have to reduce the number of shops. Because I know at one point last year they were expanding, but you have to be careful that it's a tipping point, isn't it? And you could go one way and then it just all collapse. Or if you keep it reined in a bit, as long as you've still got the people coming through the door, buying the vinyl, still collectors like ourselves going into HMVs, having a look. And I know Alan, he's going in there every week. I think he'd be gutted if HMV went in Brighton, because you know, that's his main port of call, and it's great to see. You know, I always watch those because I don't have an HMV sadly to go in, so it's wonderful to watch him go around the store and say, like, this is on, you know, in the shops. And it would be sad to see that go, definitely.
It will. I like to see what Alan's up to in that, because I don't, you know, I very rarely have a Monday off. I did the past couple, but normally I'm working a Monday, so I don't get to go out. And believe it or not, being in London, even, I think the only HMV I've got near me is Bromley, and then FOP up in London. You'd think there'd be some.
Yeah.
There's not. Anyway, so yep, that's my name and YouTube channel. So if anyone wants to go and subscribe to Scott,
got a great channel.
How do you pronounce? What's that pronunciation?
Dimension Scott. Dimension. That's how I pronounce it anyway. I'm sure that's how he says it.
Oh, Scott, you're gonna have to let me know. Oh, we've got Ronald Dump here. Ronald Dump.
Okay.
Nice one.
I will make movies great. Yeah, go for it.
Michael's still on about his secret projects.
Okay.
What Michael, tell us. Scott, I'm just going to call you Scott from now on, says, how's it going, Matt?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Okay. Leading into Kermit's Ghost next message. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. What's that from? Darkness binds them, stirs imagination.
Oh God.
There we go.
Phantom of the Opera.
Watched Phantom of the Opera last night. It's a feel-good underdog story based on actual events put out by BBC. Good movie, well acted. Okay. So what for BBC version? I don't think I've heard of that one. Is it the traditional story? That's not a rhetoric question, but it's not to you, Matt.
No, I can say I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Look. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my messages gone? They just vanished for a second.
I was going to see. Wife's going to see that with some friends. The Phantom of the Opera, I think, in September.
Oh, what, live on stage?
Yeah, she's going there. She's had a big birthday this year. I better not say how much, or I might get in trouble. But yeah, she's going with a group of friends.
Right across the screen at your head.
Yeah. But no, yeah, they're going to see Phantom of the Opera in the West End. So, yeah.
Okay, so bumpers in the house.
Hello.
I saw it. Yeah, I did see his opening for The Witch. That looks like quite an interesting film.
Yeah.
I might have to check that film out. So, afternoon, gents. What's your feelings on current pricing for physical media? We've covered this, haven't we? We've had a little discussion about this, I think.
Yeah.
Before, because the prices seem to be going up on the premium editions, but not on your standard.
No.
So,
no.
You know, yeah, it's funny. That's really funny. I find that to be a very sort of odd thing that, you know, your standard Blu-ray 4K releases are not increasing in price, but your special editions are. Like,
I think they're definitely taking advantage of everything going up, you know. Certainly, like you say, with the standard new releases, $12.99, $14.99 on Blu-ray, DVD $9.99. Hang on a minute, 4K special edition steelbook, or 30, 35, 40. You know, it's creeping up in fives.
It is, yes. It's it's getting. I don't know. It's odd. I find it really odd. But then also, like, you know, you got your Disney titles now that are being released, your standard ones, the Blu-rays on the thin boxes. Like Doctor Strange has had it, apparently. I didn't know till someone asked me about it. It's the American style thin boxes. Now, part of me does say that could be a slight cost-cutting exercise, that size box may be somewhat cheaper than the larger ones. I mean, if they're doing that, I'm all for it. If they're, you know, I've got no issue with the thinner cases. Number one, it means I can probably get 4 or 5 additional films on the shelf.
Yeah.
But if that's how they're cutting the cost, then fine. But it is what it is, isn't it? It remains to be seen. Maybe we haven't actually seen the end of that yet.
Oh no, I can see it. See that continuing. They have to be careful though, because it'll get to a point where, you know, people say enough's enough. You know, I'll just pick up the standard version.
Yeah.
You know, so
what do you think, Bumper? Let me know what your thoughts on the pricing is. But yeah. So Alan says here that he has over 5,500 movies and TV shows, but my children who still live with me would rather stream than take a film off the shelf. Well, that's really frustrating for you.
Yeah.
It's that antiquated system that they don't want to touch.
Well, I've even heard collectors say, I've got all these films, but actually, what was it? Somebody the other day I was watching, and he was talking about Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. And he said, I've got all of these on Blu-ray. He said, but the last time I watched these was about 10 years ago. And he said, you know, if we're going to watch it, I'll just put it on Netflix. And you're thinking, what's the point in having the Blu-ray then?
Yeah, no, I mean, I do get that logic in that. I mean, I've got TV series like, let's think of something. Highlander, Babylon 5 from back in the day, and I've not watched them since. But the problem is, you know, like Moonlighting is a great one. It's a great Bruce Willis thing. I've got that on. I've got all the Moonlightings on Blu-ray. I think they're out of print now. Not Blu-ray, sorry, DVD. But they're not screened anywhere. There's nowhere you can go and watch them because of.
No.
I think it might be doing rights with the music within and all this sort of thing. And then obviously the editing of these shows being altered. You know, things being taken out that are now deemed somewhat offensive and might upset a small group of individuals, small minority of individuals, just to appease. So physical media all the way in that sense.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it may be just our age group as well that, you know, it's just nice to be able to have something on the shelf and think, oh, yeah, I'll watch that. I'll pull it off the shelf. Whereas you can, you know, I found myself doing it myself on Amazon or Disney. You can sit there for 10, 15 minutes just scrolling through, trying to look for a film.
Hello.
You know,
it's in the room upstairs.
Yeah, but you could have spent 5 minutes. I'll have that, and you'd have been 10 minutes into the film by the time you'd finished scrolling through. But, yeah. Well, I didn't know Alan had 5,500. That is one hell of a collection. I think I've got about 500 or 600 films.
Yeah, that's huge. Is that all in that one room you've got, Alan, or have you got them elsewhere, ensconced away, hidden? Let us know. Michael says HMV is going the way of GameStop. GameStop. I don't know if I remember GameStop.
No.
Not GameStop.
Not familiar with that. There was Game.
I remember Game, and there was another one, but I can't remember the name of that either.
Yeah.
Do we have GameStop down here? But yeah, it's you know, the game companies are going the same way, aren't they? A lot of just online. I mean, essentially, when you buy a game, all you're really buying is a key to that game. Unlocks, because you have to download it all to your system anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
well, I think with games, there is the ability to, like, you've played a game and then you can trade it in fairly, you know, within a couple of months of buying it and still get some good money back. Whereas if you've got the digital, that's it. You can't trade that in, can you?
No, that's right. Oh, look who's here.
Hey.
Lovely to have you on. Now,
Yeah.
if anyone doesn't know, is another channel over in America. Fabulous channel. I've given him, I've done a really good shout out for him where I actually copied one of his videos. I enjoyed doing that. I would steal his idea if it wasn't for him having it already.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea. It's just that randomness that's so good about it.
It's so simplistic, but yet so it just I still can't get over how good that is. But
yeah,
just simple and effective. So anyone can go and check out that. And here's another channel. Anthony and more. Hi, Anthony. How are you doing? Another great channel. If people want to go and subscribe to Pure Hangout and Anthony, subscribe to each other. You know, help each other out. Get talking. It's all really good. Anthony's got a great channel, and Anthony made me go and buy my Cygor figure that I showed yesterday.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
I was going to buy. I did want to buy it. I saw it when we actually went in Forbidden Planet Matt up in London. Not the last time, the first time.
Okay.
And you know, but I got it. I finally got it, and it's just these Mcfarlane Toys are so big, so chunky. I don't know cameras. They're so chunky, so weight. There's so much weight to them. If I lobbed them at your head, it would hurt.
Yeah. How much are they? If you don't mind me asking. Well, in price range.
Standard figures are about 20 quid.
Okay.
And those big ones do actually go up to about 40.
Yeah, it's still not bad though, considering the.
No, I mean, go on.
I was going to say, you compare that to a Hot Toys, you know, there's still pretty good detail in it, but these Hot Toys are hundreds of pounds, you know.
Well, Mcfarlane Toys was created by Todd McFarlane, who's the creator of Spawn. He wrote and drew the Spawn comics when they first came out, and he was also part creator of the character of Venom for Marvel back in the day. And he started off with when they started Mcfarlane Toys, he got all the licenses to all your horror characters, and they'd done a line called Movie Maniacs. So you had like Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Jason X, you had the Aliens, Predator Species, Chucky. They'd done figures for Escape from LA, Snake Plissken one, which was fantastic. Then NECA sort of got the licensing for them, and now Mcfarlane Toys, I mean, obviously they produced Spawn because Spawn is McFarlane's baby, so to speak. And but they also do a lot of the DC characters as well. They're a really great company, and the detailing is fantastic. They took toys to another level. When they started doing it, they were the ones that first stepped in and took them to another level.
Yeah, I mean, that figure you showed yesterday, you know, I thought when you turned it round, all the back, I thought, you know, they put a bit of effort into this.
They do indeed. I know that Anthony actually got that for a very good price, a lot cheaper than what I did. He found it in a sale, but there you go. Is what it is. He got it better price than me. I know that. AK's in the house.
Hey.
Hello, favourite AJ mate and Matt mate. Hi AK, how you keeping? You've been told not to record anymore lately. He does get that a lot, doesn't he? Stop recording. But hope you're well, AK. Have you started on any of them Disney shows yet that you've got? And we've got, all right, Anthony's. Oh yeah, because Anthony knows Pure Hangout. That's where I got Anthony's channel from, actually. Yeah. Thanks, Matt and AJ. Just trying to get the word out to keep physical media alive. Absolutely. I'm right behind you, Alan. Totally. Physical media needs to be kept alive. And then we've got our Blue Harvest.
I think it will always keep alive, because certainly for our age group, you know, we're going to keep it alive. Even if they stop producing it, we're still going to be showing the editions. I mean, you know, you can pick up some great retro, you know, special edition DVDs. You know, I picked up The Perfect Storm the other week for £4. And what a fantastic edition that was. If you look hard enough, you can find some really nice editions, you know, at a very reasonable price.
No, that was, I saw the other day that someone actually found a 4K Mummy trilogy. You know, the one in that you got the black book edition?
Oh, the everything blue.
Yeah, you got a black book one and a white book one.
Yeah.
And they got the white book one in CEX for 28 quid.
Wow.
And that goes for about
amazing.
200 quid.
Yeah.
28 quid because it was priced up as just the standard 4K box set. I saw it on Facebook. I saw that. That was mental. Wow.
But that's nice when you do find something like that, because you feel like you've really found a hidden gem, you know, for a really good price. I love that. I just love the sort of, I went into buying this Perfect Storm and I saw the picture and I thought, no, it can't be that. It was £4. I thought, I'll take a gamble. And it turned up and it was sealed. And I'm like, oh, no, £4.
So Blue Harvest Toys is here. How you keeping? All right. Another good channel, very good channel.
I'll have to check him out. Blue Harvest Toys.
Yes, he goes live a lot as well. A lot of friendly people on there. A lot of it's great. It's great. And here we go. Pure Hangout. Hello, Anthony. Hi, Anthony. Anthony or Anthony? I suppose it's whatever I say, isn't it? And then we've got
just subscribe to him.
How do you pronounce that again, Matt?
Dimension.
Okay. All right. Dimension. All right. Dimension Scott. Matt got it right. I'm going to struggle with that one. But I have taken a photo of your channel name, so I will check that out after. Hi, Alan, matey. Kermit Ghost. How are you doing? I hope you're in good health. That's AK. Go visit AK's channel, everyone. Oh, and Lauren. Oh, wait, on my channel. Oh, no, it's funny here. Hi, Lauren. How are you keeping?
Hello.
Zany, another decent channel there. Good channel.
Art of Zany.
Yeah,
I haven't heard of it. No, I haven't heard of that one either.
What are you doing? Are you shutting it down or are you adding it now?
Well, I might as well do it as I go, otherwise I forget. I'm getting old.
Hope you're well, Lauren. Thank you for popping in. Lauren says, hi, Mark. That's Blue Harvest. And hi, hosts. Matt, that's you. Blue Harvest says, hi, Lauren. Okay, I think that Michael is spilling the beans on one of his secret projects here. Let's see. One of my projects is 50% done that won't be out till November. I just started the other project that will be out when it's finished. Okay, so you ain't spilled the beans at all. So is it coming in November? Is it Guy Fawkes related? Is it V for Vendetta, a review?
I've done a Halloween trailer. Already done that the other day. But for Halloween.
I know you.
Not the film, but Halloween season.
Well, no one knows this because I can't actually put it up. You know it, Matt. But I've actually done a video that I've scheduled. I can't put it as a premiere because it's too far out. And I've scheduled it for 10 years down the line. Believe it or not. I had this discussion with Matt and I've done this video that is a time capsule video, essentially. So I sat down, I recorded and I talked about the events that were going on at the time, what was just out, what's just been released, the latest comics, the latest collectible I've got, and I posted it for 10 years down the line. It's not going to be looked at, and then if I'm still alive, touch wood, and I'm still on here, who knows, it will come up. So make sure you hit the subscribe button to me if you want to see that in 10 years. 10 years, it's just a bit of fun. I was hoping to get it as a premiere, but it just wouldn't let me do it for that amount of time. But yeah, that's great, Michael. I look forward to those projects that you're doing. Hit the like button. Yes, everyone hit the like button. It helps. It certainly does. Thank you, Lauren. Kermit's Ghost. No, Phantom of the Open. Oh, about the old golfer. Oh, did I read that wrong? I'm sure I read it as opera.
Phantom of the Open. Ah, yes, he showed that on his video the other day. It's based on a true story, I think, about a guy who got into a golfing competition, but then he got banned, but he still manages to sort of sneak into them. I don't know, but yeah, Phantom of the Open. Yeah.
Oh, so I broke into tune for nothing.
Easily done.
Blue Harvest says if I need a moderator, let him know. I will do, Mark. Thank you very much for that offer. At the moment, everyone's being friendly. I haven't got further down yet. Inevitably, I'll get someone. AK says, hi, AK Movies. Oh, Kermit's saying hi back. Sorry. Then we're going to Joe Grant. Hi, guys. What is the most expensive Blu-rays or DVD or 4K or steelbooks in your collection? So I'm going to take that as the most expensive one in the collection as opposed to the most expensive we've paid for one that has risen in price, in value. Matt, you go first.
Well, I wouldn't say anything that's risen in value. I don't know, because I don't tend to look at prices in that way. I would say probably the most expensive set I've bought, and certainly I would say the crown jewel in my collection is the Lord of the Rings. and the Hobbit collection, those book editions.
Yeah, that is
for me. That's just like fantastic. Yeah.
That's a very
something
nice
else. That's it.
For me, yeah, I don't really know, because again, I don't really look at how much something is worth. I know that there's, I've got the Electra Steelbook, which is about 100 quid, I think, something like that. I've got special edition stuffs, but I don't really know. That's just a standard steelbook that's worth a bit. But again, with buying stuff, I don't know. It's a really difficult question to answer, because with comic books, I'll say this, and I know you're saying this is an aside from your question, but with a comic book, I've paid up to about 200 odd quid for one, and that was the very first appearance of the Punisher. But that's now worth upward of about 1,500 quid, and that's just because I'm a big Punisher collector, and I needed it, and that's like the crown jewel of my Punisher collection. But with films, I mean, I know I've bought some that are expensive, but I don't want to. I don't know. I feel like they not necessarily going to hold the value.
No.
As much.
No, I don't think you should go into expecting things to increase in value. I mean, yeah, I've got some nice limited editions, and I have got a few that are sealed, which I haven't opened yet. I may do open them at one time, and I'm sure they still go for a good price on eBay. I'm not too sure what, but I don't collect for that reason. I collect because it's just something that I want in my collection. It's a film that, again, I don't collect films that I don't really enjoy. Yeah. I'll only collect something that I'm interested in, and I have got editions of films 2, 3, maybe 4 times over, but it's more the edition. And again, I've heard this comment from people saying, yeah, but it's about the film, not about the edition. Well, I agree with them to a certain point. Yes, it is about the film ultimately, but as a collector, you want to seek out certain editions. I mean, take, for example, the Batman editions that just come out recently. Yes, they're wonderful editions, but I've got the Dark Knight trilogy about 4 times already. But there's not that desire in me that I want to pick those up at the moment. Maybe further down the line I might consider it, but yeah, it's certainly not.
Sorry, everyone. Matt, keep talking. I've got to take a work call quickly. Oh, I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that it's difficult because it is about the film, but certainly, the editions are important as well. Depends what sort of collector you are. Different people collect for different reasons. Wait for AJ to come back now.
So sorry, everyone. Unfortunately, my work phone is on 24 hours a day, and I do get calls, so I had to step aside for that. But I'm back. So Matt was saying.
Oh yeah, I was just saying. I think people collect for different reasons.
You said about people they just get for the film, and I can understand that. I get that logic completely. But then there are the people that like the editions, and I get that mentality as well. Have you ever bought a film, Matt? Because I get this question all the time because I get dug at for it. Have you ever bought a film that you don't like?
I don't like.
Didn't enjoy.
Yeah, I have bought films, but usually if I don't like the film, then I'll move it on.
Okay. Because
prime example, recently, Johnny Mnemonic.
Oh yes. Yeah.
That one. Now, the cover, I was like a magpie, and I saw it. I thought, oh yeah, I like that. Bought it.
Yeah.
Watched the film and just thought, I don't like this film.
All right, but
So I sold it.
Have you ever bought a film that you've seen prior and then bought it, knowing that you're not particularly a fan of it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because I get dug out for Batman, for that one, for Batman. But you know my logic, because you know, as you can see behind me, I'm all about comic books, so I buy any comic book related film, TV show that comes along. That's just me.
However, there's the argument that sometimes you can watch a film, and depending on what sort of mood you're in, you might not like it. 5 years down the line, you revisit that film, and actually, it's the best thing since sliced bread.
No, totally.
You know, it can be like that as well.
My dislike for the Batman, the latest one, might be because it was the start of that, like where I said that I'm suffering this sort of Batman fatigue because there's just so much of it being pushed out.
Yeah,
maybe that, I don't know, but I just didn't think it was an exciting film at all. So AK says, hi Alan Matey, that's back to Kermit. Classic Reviews, hi guys, hello Classic Reviews, how you keeping? Now, am I subscribed to Classic Reviews? I don't know, so I'm going to take a photo of that thingy and check that out.
Yeah, I'll do the same, because otherwise I'll just be on my phone.
If I'm not, I'm going to rectify that one. I may well be. There's so many.
Oh,
here we go. There's a good question for you and me. What are some TV shows you watched but were cancelled too soon? That is a fantastic question. I like that question. How long have you got? Matt, do you want to go first?
I mean, I'm not the biggest TV show person. I do watch some TV shows, but I'd say you're probably better to answer this question than myself. I can't think anything off the top of my head.
All right, so you're passing it on to me then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Number one, Firefly, the Joss Whedon sci-fi show that then became the film Serenity, to try and finish it off. But prior to that, there was a show called Nowhere Man that starred Bruce Greenwood from, you might know him from, he played Captain Christopher Pike in the Kelvin Timeline Star Trek films.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a show that, it was a mystery show, and he was this photographer who's taken a photo out in like Cambodia or somewhere like that. So one of these sort of South American jungles where you get a lot of slaughter going on, this sort of a thing. And he photographs something, and these people want the photograph for some reason, whatever's in it. And he goes into this restaurant with his wife. He goes into the bathroom. When he comes out of the bathroom, his wife's gone. No one knows that he was ever there. No one knows, even that he goes in this restaurant all the time. No one knows who he is and all this sort of stuff. He goes to his home and his wife is there, but his wife is married to another person. And it's all this like, is he mad, or is all been set up, or it was a big conspiracy show sort of thing. And then what happened was the studios wanted to push for an answer as to what was going on by the end of the first season. And the reason, at the time you got the answer, the show just died after that because no one was left hanging on, and it never got a second season. And another one was a show, I'll do one more, called Odyssey 5. Again, it starred Peter Weller, RoboCop, and it's about this shuttle of astronauts. They're in space, and they see the destruction of Earth from space. They see the Earth get destroyed, and they're left up there to die. And then this entity appears, whether it be God or whatever it may be, and gives them the opportunity to go back 5 years into themselves with the knowledge that in 5 years' time, Earth is going to be destroyed. But they go back not knowing, they don't know what's destroyed it or how it's destroyed. But there's all this stuff with these alien visitors on the planet that are hidden. And it was a great series. And again, it was meant to be set up as a 5-year arc, hence Odyssey 5, and the 5-year thing where they went back and cancelled after season 1. So I did like that question, but Matt hasn't got no answer.
No.
AK says, I've not seen any films. My kids watch their stuff on YouTube. So yeah, I love your channel. Both of you guys are fantastic. Thank you, AK.
Thank you.
As are you. And what you keep doing, what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for me to choose. It's pure hangout. A lot easier for me to choose a film to watch from my own collection versus scrolling through streaming. I wonder why that is. You were saying that, Matt?
Yeah. Well, I think. I mean, certainly if they're films that you're familiar with, you're going to gravitate towards one of those anyway. Whereas I think with streaming, you're kind of looking for something new, and I think there's just so much choice on streaming now, so many different platforms. It just it becomes like you're going down a rabbit hole. What should I choose? Spend half an hour just trying to choose something.
Yeah, I can agree with that totally. Plus, you're going to get something off your shelf that, you like, don't you? Like you said.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't have space available for my movies. They are in CEX bags in my staircase. AK, I remember when you showed that staircase. What about outfitting it? Why can't you do something with that? And that's a small space, but you must be able to do something with that little space and get your stuff stacked up in there or something. Honestly, when I saw it, I thought you could do something little there. It's a nice little space to create a little sort of film den, so to speak, where all your stuff's, and you can go in and see it all, stacked up or whatever, as opposed to in bags, or you're keeping it in bags to hide it from the missus. Yeah, I know you.
I think space is the big thing. I know I'm getting to the stage where I'm just running out. I just don't have any room anymore. So that's where streaming is becoming more tempting to sort of think, oh, actually, do I need to pick up all these films? But there's still that collector in me that still wants to, seek out these editions. And I mean, I've still got plans to convert maybe half of my garage into a movie room, a den to put it all in. Start getting moaned at. Why are you buying all these films all the time?
I'm sure that day will come, but what's not good is that these thoughts are creeping in your head about streaming.
Oh no, yeah. That's not to say that I would get rid of what I've got, because I wouldn't. It's taken me years to build up, a nice collection. So I'd never get rid of those. But I just worry about obviously all the new films that are coming out, all the new editions, and I'm just thinking, I just don't have the room to buy all this stuff anymore. Where am I going to put it all? I mean, I've got to the stage already where I've got a box behind me here, and it's full of DVDs that I've picked up. I've yet to watch a lot of them, but ultimately they're going to have to go into some sort of storage in the loft or something, because I just don't have the room.
It's not good. When I was at my old house, I did actually sort of the loft wasn't converted or anything, but I sort of laid flooring up there, and I did get bookcases up there and build them, and then everything stacked up there in and I'd put posters up there and everything. I had everything up there in my house. There was very little in any of the rooms, so to speak. They're all like proper rooms, whereas here I've done a room tour actually that's coming, a new room tour video that's coming this weekend, and you'll see that I'm running out of space. But I didn't have that in the first house I had. It was all up in the attic. Kermit says all in the one room, and there's room for another 3,000 more.
Wow, yeah. Oh, I'd love that. That'd be fantastic.
Imagine boxing all them up to move.
Yeah. Hell of a mission that
one. AK says, I'm happy with my local Asda, still stocking new titles. So yeah. Asda is one of the few places that are still stocking, aren't they? One of the few supermarkets. Which is good, which is great. That is good. I mean, they might get a surge in purchases in sales because Tesco and Sainsbury's have both stopped. You never know.
But also, I mean, certainly at the moment, certainly in the UK, we've got well, even around the world, but there's a real cost of living crisis at the moment. And whilst really Paramount Plus launching in the last couple of months is probably not the best time to launch a new streaming service, because you've got Netflix, you've got Disney, you've got Amazon Prime. People just can't afford all of these different streaming sites. So, whereas a film for £2 or £3 on a shelf is more appealing to somebody on a lower income,
Totally.
I mean, I certainly won't be. I'll take out a free trial of Paramount Plus, but I won't be subscribing to them.
Well, that's it. They've not got too much in the way of, beyond Star Trek and Mission Impossible, is it?
Yeah.
What else does Paramount really have at the moment?
The new Maverick film will be on there, won't it? Probably later in the year. But
this is
they're not. They don't produce a huge amount of stuff, Paramount, do they? In terms of films.
No,
3 or 4 films a year.
They're very reliant on Star Trek at the moment.
Yeah. I do think it's probably not the best time to launch streaming at the moment, because people will be cutting back. I mean, Netflix, they're losing subscribers.
Yes, I ain't subscribed to Netflix for years.
And we did have this conversation the other day with Jimmy Boy, about consolidating. I can see studios teaming up, like Sony teaming up with Disney. Obviously, all the Spider-Man stuff, but why not put all the Venom films on there and the Morbius and whatever else? Because it's a win-win for them. They don't have to create a whole streaming platform. It's there with Disney. The subscribers are there. People will subscribe to Disney because there's such a vast. They got all the Disney films, the Star Wars, Marvel, National Geographic. There's a whole ecosystem of entertainment. And I think in order to survive in the future, like Warner Brothers and Discovery going together, that's a good move, because you've got all the documentaries. Warner Brothers. I mean, I know Universal have got some sort of agreement with Warner Brothers. 3 of those could go together. Another great platform, but Paramount on your own might struggle.
Yeah, they may well. So Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa. How are you doing? Lisa Loves. Are you sub to Lisa, Matt?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Another great channel. I think she must be up. Are you still hangover after last night, Lisa? She's on a live stream and until late into the night. She said, I used to collect a lot, but lack of space and rising prices put a stop to it for me, sadly. Yeah. If you don't have lots of spare money, you can't just get everything you want. No, totally.
Yeah.
I think everyone's facing this at the moment, aren't they? Well, everyone is facing it.
Yeah.
And petrol's driving it, obviously.
And food. Food and electric and gas.
Yeah, and we're not getting any petrol have gone down, but we're not getting passed on anything, really. I know I've seen a reduction in a few pence, but it's nothing. It's not getting given. Nothing's been given to us. And the government don't want to step in. Of course they don't, because they get nearly 50% tax off of every litre of fuel.
Yeah.
They're making.
We better not get too political. Oh dear.
Oh, no one can defend that. Come on.
No.
And people are suffering. So many people
are
into poverty that it's just becoming. It's
just getting ridiculous now.
It's a funny place.
Yeah.
Funny world at the moment. But AK says, I don't have digital platforms. No, but you did get the Marvel stuff, AK, didn't you, on a little fob, little memory stick for you to watch. Have you watched them yet? And Star Wars stuff? Or is it because your kids, you can't get on because your kids?
But again, what's another thing that's odd is that, you know, the digital codes didn't really take off, did they? Certainly not in the UK. I know they still have digital codes in the US.
Yeah.
But the amount of videos, I mean, I do it, you know, here's a digital code. If you want to use it, you're welcome to. And the amount of people that I see do that, people don't necessarily want to collect digital stuff. I know some people do, but the streaming side, the one-time watch, is very appealing to people.
Yeah. Well, the Flickster shut down, didn't they? Was it Flickster?
Yeah.
They shut down, didn't they? And then you had to go.
It's all on Google Play now, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, because I did have a catalogue of stuff. I did have, I did get the digital stuff for a while. Like,
yeah, I did a few, but never ever watched them.
No, and then I lost it all when they had the switcher over.
And I think that's what people think. They think, well, this all could go. You know, I could spend loads of money building the digital library, and then website's gone. All that content's gone.
Well, that's it. You don't own anything.
No.
I'll be honest here, and I'll say something somewhat controversial, possibly. But if physical media went and it was only streaming was the only option, and paying for physical, you know, a streamed film to own, I'll resort to torrenting. I'll torrent it and burn it onto disc. That's if discs still exist then. But do you know what I'm saying? Or I'll burn it onto a hard drive. Because I'm not paying for something that is not tangible in my hand, that I don't physically own. I just don't get that logic. I'm paying for a data link essentially that I don't really own. If they want to go and make edits to it, they can make edits to it, and there's nothing I can say. If they want to ban a film, they'll ban a film, even if I've got it or whatever.
Well, they've got control of it, haven't they? They just
full control.
Although apparently, technically, we don't own any of the films that we buy. Technically, you own the disc and that, but the content on it still belongs to that studio. Technically.
Yeah, so you can't do anything with it in a sense.
No.
You can't. You know what I mean? But you do own it. They can't come.
You do, yeah. But I know it's a technicality.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. I know. They own the content.
Yeah.
They're the sole owner of that content. Yes.
But when you own it, people can't come in your house and say, "Oh no, you can't watch that. We've got to edit it."
No, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, what that's in the sense that they own the content. You can't do anything with the content outside of you watching it.
Yeah.
So AK says Pure Hangout is fantastic YouTuber. I love his channel. Yes, Pure Hangout is a fantastic channel. Anyone who hasn't subscribed should go and subscribe to him. He does a wonderful, like I said earlier, random ranking almost on a daily basis. And it just elicits these memories out of you because you don't know what's going to be pulled. And you know, it's not like saying, "Oh, I'm going to rank all the Predator films. I'm going to rank all the RoboCop films." I'm going to rank whatever films I blindly pull out, and it brings out these you know what I mean? It brings stuff out of you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think he's missed a day in about 3 years as well. That's commitment.
Yeah, he keeps going.
Yeah, I couldn't put a video out every day.
Every morning I am. I can. For over a year now. Well, that wasn't the intent when I started. It just happened. Yeah. Joseph Adam, I contacted BritBox to colorize Fireball X15, all the episodes, and Supercar in color. Do you know what that is, Matt? I don't know.
Fireball, that's all Jerry Anderson stuff, I think.
Is it? Okay, all right.
I think so, yeah. Is
Supercar Jerry Anderson?
I'm not 100%, but I think it might be.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Fireball X15 rings a bell. Is that like a rocket ship type thing? Am I thinking right?
Yeah, that rings a bell.
I'm imagining
I think it's Jerry Anderson, but I might be wrong.
Okay. And what is BritBox?
Sure we'll be told.
Enlighten me as to what BritBox is. Is that streaming?
BritBox, yeah, that's that's another streaming service that, you know, it's all the TV shows, ITV, BBC. You see, Film 4 did this many years ago. They launched their streaming service, and then eventually it's just gone on to Freeview. So I can see that happening with BritBox as well.
Okay, I think I forgive my ignorance on that BritBox. I don't know why I don't know about them. I may have heard of them.
They advertise a lot on telly, but I know you don't watch TV, do you? You only watch film.
What? Do you know that I've never watched? I haven't seen a television advert, proper television advert, in over a decade.
Wow.
Because I stopped with a TV license, me personally, maybe 13 years ago. Me personally. Now, my wife, when I met her and we moved in together, she wanted a TV license and all that, a TV. But it never goes on. It never went on. And we've got rid of the TV license just a few months ago. I said, there's no point in keeping it. We don't watch telly.
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen a TV advert unless it's been shown in the cinema in front of a film, which they do sometimes. I've not seen a TV advert in 10 to 15 years.
No, you get plenty on YouTube though.
Even
adverts.
I just skip. Yeah, you do get plenty. Michael says, sad to hear about Bernard Cribbins passing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. What's he?
That's a shame.
He was in his 90s. Was he 92? I think he was. And I saw the news this morning. Yeah, that is a shame. You know, I will say, I loved him. You know, he's just filmed Doctor Who again. I'm hoping that he did get all his stuff filmed.
Right.
The 60th anniversary special where David Tennant's coming back.
Superb.
Yeah, he filmed some for that. But I got to say that in Doctor Who, in David Tennant's final Doctor Who, the scene where Bernard Cribbins breaks down in tears because he knows it's the last time he's seeing the Doctor, he sort of says their goodbyes. That bit, when I'm watching that, I just cry like a baby. I am in floods of tears. And now that is just going to be even harder to watch.
Yeah.
He was a fantastic actor.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
And obviously I picked up that Doctor Who box set the other day, didn't I? The 1966. And he's in that. He's in that as well.
Oh, yeah, he's a great actor. One of the British icons, you know, the sort of 60s and 70s. And then he came back sort of, you know, in the David Tennant era of Doctor Who. Yeah, what a shame.
It really is, but that's what happens when you get older, doesn't it? I mean, as we're getting older, watch as we were younger. It's life, isn't it? We've only got so many heartbeats in us, and it's gone and done. It's the end that we've all got coming. Ben R Films. Okay, hello. I'm new to this Blu-ray hunt, and I've just started my own YouTube channel.
Oh,
okay, Ben. So,
let's have a look.
Take a photo of your screen name. I'm assuming that will be the name of your channel. And I shall, after this, hunt these people down and go over and subscribe and check out your content. Obviously, Matt's got his own channel. What side is he on? I don't know if I'm pointing. Am I pointing at you there, Matt, or not?
No, the other way.
Matt there. There it is. Matt there's got his own channel, and so have a lot of people in the chat. Lisa, Kermit, Blue Harvest, Michael,
Dimension.
Pure Hangout. If I've missed anyone,
Anthony Horror.
Classic Reviews. There's loads there. People can go subscribe to one another, look up each other's channels, give each other support, no matter how small a channel you are. Support each other, get everyone's numbers up, and that's the way it should be. Lisa says, Lisa obviously didn't know. Oh no, I didn't know about Burn. Yeah, very, very sad. Kermit says hello to Lisa. Good luck, Ben. Nice Blue Harvest, Mark, to say that. Thank you, AK. Much appreciated from Pure Hangout. Love watching your in-store videos. AK certainly likes looking around.
It's nice for the Americans as well because they get to see shops that they'll never ever probably go in unless they obviously come to the UK, And equally for us, you know, we can look at the Targets, the Best Buy, the what's the other one? The Walmart.
Yeah.
You know, I like those videos, but again, they're suffering the same thing. Target, Best Buy, they're cutting their media, and it's just Walmart because, well, Walmart, they had Asda at one point, didn't they? So, but I think Asda's separated again. But
I don't keep up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happening everywhere, isn't it? But Best Buy, they do some wonderful editions, don't they? You know, ones with them
So do Target. Target do some great editions.
And I think Xavier jumping on. Xavier seem to be getting a lot of them Best Buy ones now.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them are coming through. AK says not yet. That's in with regards to the Disney Plus series that you ain't watched yet. I want physical media for life forever. Don't we all, mate? But I think you're going to be sadly disappointed at some point. Come on, mate. I mean, come on. In 40 years' time, still see being physical media? No, of course not.
Well, it'll be antiques, won't they? We'll be antiques.
You know, what's going to happen when I die? Come on, what's my kids going to do with all this physical media?
Yeah, although my Lord of the Rings set has already been eyeballed, that's staying definitely.
Yeah, most of it's just going to get skipped. That's the reality of it.
Oh no, it's awful, isn't it?
The thing is, like CEX, and this is gonna worry AK. You know, don't block your ears, AK. For what I'm going to say now, but what's the point in taking DVDs down to CEX? Even some Blu-rays now, you get given 1p. It's not even worth your time taking them down there.
No.
So in turn, that itself could eventually reduce the amount of physical media in CEX as they get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather, well, I wouldn't rather throw it in the bin, but you know what I'm saying? There's just no point in walking down there with it. And I mean, I've seen people walking with bags into CEX, and they've said, we'll give you 1p each, and geezer's gone, we'll keep them. Just take them. You know, it's going to cost me more on the meter than what you're going to be giving me.
Yeah.
But
you do reach a point, and I think you've reached this point now with VHS. Certainly for horror titles, those horror titles in VHS are very sought after. People, you know, who love horror will seek these out, and they'll go for good money. You look on eBay and stuff for, you know, select rare VHS with the original covers. Ooh, yeah. You know, and I think that could happen with DVD. I think you'll only be certain titles.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's, just skipped. But there will be certain things that people will seek out, you know, for a good few years.
Yeah, no, that is a very good point. But obviously, most of that will be online, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, you know. Even that Vinted, I've noticed people are starting to put physical media on there as well.
Yeah.
My daughter's got Vinted, and I was having a look the other day, and I thought, I'll just put DVDs and Blu-rays, and people are selling them on there. Makes sense.
Anything of interest?
No, not really. There's one channel that I subscribe to, Jason's Movie Collection, I think, and he bought the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. You know that Zavi one, the one I've shown you? There's been an unboxing coming up on my channel for that soon.
Yeah.
He got that edition on Vinted for about 14 quid.
Wow.
But when he got it, it was all dented.
Oh.
So it was a bit of a shame, but I think he sort of managed to sort of, you know, get the dents out of it and stuff.
Yeah, it can. You can never get it perfect, but
it
can be done. I did have someone on my channel asking me how to get the dents out of something the other day, and I was giving him only then to find out he was talking about the actual cardboard outer boxes. You know, like your Carnage box, that sort of thing. If that's got and I gave him some advice.
Difficult.
It's difficult. It's doable, but you're never going to get it back to that
No. Batteries sort of reset. No.
But I still can't believe that, you know, the Doctor Strange box that I've got. I saw someone else's online, and again, it's not theirs. Wasn't a square box. It had that, you know, I don't know if you saw the video. It had that sort of tilt at the top, that angular tilt of the cardboard box. They had that as well. How badly could you?
There's a few nice editions around the world of Doctor Strange. Australia have got a nice one.
Yeah.
Different design, and Target, they've got a different design as well.
Okay.
There's 2 or 3 knocking around.
All right, I'll have to check them out. Not that I'll get them.
No, it's nice to watch the videos just to see the differences, you know.
Yeah. Blue Harvest says, won't get it with Disney Plus, I'm afraid. Nope. No, you won't. AK, your Perfect Storm edition was fantastic, Matt. Very nice to have in the collection.
Thank you. Yeah. I need to watch that film.
Yeah. It's a good film.
I'm looking forward to it.
I remember cinema. I saw it at cinema. I think it was like late 90s, wasn't it? I think that film, or early 2000s.
I'm not sure.
I remember seeing it. Good film. I like George. Well, I don't mind Mark Wahlberg, and I don't mind George Clooney either. My favourite Batman. Not really. Not my least favourite.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer is my least favourite. AK saying, "Oh no, I've already done that one."
Yeah, you don't look.
I think physical media will always be around, but it may just all be boutique editions years from now for serious collectors. That probably will be the way for a while. Yeah, it will go that. That's inevitable, isn't it?
It's going that way now, isn't it? You look at, you know, Second Sight, 101, Arrow. They're all bringing out sort of films that are sort of, you know, certainly in the horror stuff. All these limited editions. They might not necessarily be great films, but they look great packaging. Yes.
Yeah. It's like saying COVID just, you know, all these special editions you're getting now, these older films, that all came about because of COVID.
Yeah.
They were there before, but the minute the studios, you know, halted production on films and nothing was coming out, new films weren't being released. All these Blu-ray companies and whatnot, film studios had to rely on back catalogue titles. So they printed them up, re-released a load, got people excited over them, people started buying them. And now that's continued more so. They've gone more and more and more. There's a market for it. At the same time as all these new releases, new films coming out as well. Again, it's just never ending. Like, you know, you've seen the James Bond releases now, the steelbooks.
Yeah.
Like, you see a picture of them. Half of them make no sense to me. I can't really make out the covers on some of them. Living Daylights, that on the cover. And the fact they're just Blu-ray, you know you're going to get 4Ks of them at some point.
Yeah.
You know you'll get steelbooks probably with the film poster artwork as well at some point.
Yeah, I've never understood with the Bond. They never seem to do the poster art on the steelbooks. They're always very odd with Bond for some reason. That's why I've never really. The only steelbook I've got for Bond is the Goldfinger one. And that's only because the inside art's really nice. I might do an opening for that one for the 60th anniversary. I've got a series of videos coming up in I'm going to do it in September, but the actual anniversary is October. I'm going to be doing that, sort of looking at a few editions of Bond.
Yeah.
Because I do love my Bond.
Is there a specific date in October?
I think it might be the 13th of October, something like that. It's a Wednesday. Not sure off the top of my head, but it's the anniversary of Doctor No.
Okay, all
first
right.
Doctor No film.
So what I'm going to do for that anniversary then is I will finally watch and review.
Could be the 12th. I think it might be. It's either the 5th or the 12th.
Okay.
One of those Wednesdays. I can't remember which one, but if you look it up.
I'll finally watch and review No Time to Die.
Yeah.
Because I turned it off, didn't I?
I'm not going to do Daniel Craig. I'm just going to focus on Sean Connery and Roger Moore, only because I grew up with Roger Moore. And I do like some of his films, not all of them. Well, I watch them all, but there's a few favourites in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, look out for those in probably September. I think I'm going to do those.
Sure. So what's that? Blue Harvest Toy says, "Cheers, mate." I'm not sure who that's to, but because I can't remember what's up above. Not been good for Bollywood films wise. Like I say, I love Hollywood films plus Bollywood, and other cinema big film releases becomes a disaster. I just wanted a film to do well. Well,
yeah, I've noticed a few times he's been saying about the Bollywood films. I mean, I don't follow them personally, but so is there sort of problems at the moment, AK, with the Bollywood side of things? Are they? I don't know. Do you know much about it, AJ?
no, I'm ignorant to it, mate. Sorry, AK, I'm ignorant to it. Let us know so that we can understand the problems that Bollywood are facing. Let us know and relieve me of my ignorance, our ignorance, joint ignorance between me and him there. Pure hang on. I've got to get some breakfast in my kids, but I wanted to pop in and chat for a bit. Have a great rest of your live stream. Thank you very much, and I look forward to your next video tomorrow morning. I do make sure that I look at his video every morning, like on the way to work or something. It's yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've checked out today's yet, so we'll have a look.
Jump on, see what he's pulled. It was when he pulled the Punisher. I knew he was going to mention me. I knew it. Yeah. Knows me too well. Adrian James, good afternoon, AJ, mate. Hi, Adrian. How are you keeping? Oh, Pete's here. Afternoon,
Pete.
I hope you're both well. Hi, Pete. How are you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Pete's got a good channel, everyone, as well. If people aren't subscribed, please go over and sub. Adrian says, "Rest in peace, Bernard Cribbins." Yep, we've already. Yeah, that's sad. Oh, Lisa says she loves my time capsule video. It's a brilliant idea. Yeah, I thought it was. I said that to you, didn't I, Matt? When we met up, I said I've got the idea of doing this, and like I said, I did finally do it. Let me just jump on, but like I said, I can't. It just won't allow me to premiere something 10 years out. I'm looking. So I mean, if I show there, if I bring, where's the camera? There you go. Look. Oh, look, I'm just giving away my Christmas films now. You see what I do. Let me get that down. You didn't see that. Time capsule. Look, 2nd of June, 2032. So make sure on the 2nd of June, 2032, at 1300 hours, you are here to watch that time capsule video.
Oh dear.
It'll be me, younger looking by 10 years. I'll be older looking by 10 years. I'll probably be bald by then, says me. I'll be a lot grayer. It's just, I thought it was a good idea just to talk about, the things that we like. For me, the comics, the films, the TV, what's currently big, what's going on, what's just been released, what have I just seen, what's going on in the world, and all this sort of thing. And I did have this idea of doing one every year up to then with for the year after. Do you know what I'm saying? So every year I'd have a time capsule from 10 years before. Yeah. Everyone jump on that idea.
Oh yeah, I can see people doing it.
It'll be good for the kids as well. My kids.
Yeah.
There's younger dad. There's dad when he was 5. I say in jest. Of course I'll be alive. I'm the picture of perfect health. I'm the embodiment of, I don't know.
Oh dear.
Blue Harvest saying hello to Play Tendo. Yeah, because Blue Harvest gets on there as well. Ben, our films, I've got anxiety, so I don't think I'll record in the shops, but I will try my best. Yeah, I can understand that, Ben. AK never used to record in the shops. But he got there. He got there, and now he does quite a good job. And he does get told to stop at times. I have been stopped by a security guard in a shopping centre once. Only once have I ever been asked to stop filming. It's going to happen, isn't it?
It's not for everyone. I don't think I would do out and about videos myself. I don't feel comfortable doing it.
No,
not for everybody. But.
And I've certainly cut back on them. I've certainly, I do. Like I went to Bromley yesterday. I popped to Bromley yesterday, but I went to CEX. I went in HMV, but I didn't do no filming. I didn't pick nothing up anyway, but I didn't do no filming because it's always the same place. It's always the same things. And also, the problem with filming is I don't feel like I'm ever looking.
No.
It's like I'm looking for a lens at something. And people say to me in the chats, "Oh, did you see that there? That was there." And I didn't even notice.
I think what Alan does, I think he records and then he does commentary afterwards.
Yeah.
And I think that's quite a good idea because then you can scan the shelves, obviously, picking stuff up, but then reviewing the footage back, you can then elaborate a bit more in the commentary.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just not that clever when it comes.
I wouldn't have a clue. But...
You're lucky I got this working. Seriously.
No, you're doing brilliant. I wouldn't have a clue.
Sit down and watch videos on how to use StreamYard. And I'm only doing this because of you, Matt, because you jumped me into it. You said, do it on Thursday. I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, you're great. A great host.
So it's your
I'm sure you'll get many guests.
Well, I've got quite a lot of comments. I've got loads of comments to get through. Wow.
Yeah.
People popping in, which is great. And they've all been friendly so far. I haven't got my my one hater who I know who it is pop in yet and ask me why I bought Batman. Play Tendo saying, "Hey, Blue Harvest." Here's AK again. What's AK saying? I'm spending my time with my daughters. CX hunting. He's spending his time with his daughters. CX hunting will return. I'm going back this Saturday. I'm picking up Ambulance for £6 in my local. Ambulance was a really enjoyable film.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah.
I'm sure you will like it. And yes, spend time with your daughters. That's more important. That's more important. It's kids, family. More important than out and about hunting, obviously. That's great. That's fantastic. Doing anything nice with your kids or just spending time with them? Because it's school holidays, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, Mike's here from Did You See That? Fantastic.
Right.
Hey, keeping Mike. All right, guys. I hope you're both doing good. Great to see you doing streams, AJ. Yes, this is my first collaboration. Is that way with Matt there. He was the only person I could get on. Don't tell him that. No, it's great. It's great. It's great. And I am approaching other people to come on as well. So people will get invited and open it up to 3 people, then maybe 4. Yeah, so this is just the first time and the first time trial for me and Matt and see how it goes. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, but I'm glad that you've popped in. That's very nice of you. Blue Harvest, take it slowly, Ben. If you just film, you can overdub it later. Yep.
Yeah. Good idea.
I still ain't learned how to do that. It's probably so easy, and it's like, oh wow, is that it? Just ain't. I don't know. Can I do it with iMovie? I don't know. Pete's just been to HMV and got the Arrow edition of Robin Hood Prince of Thieves for £5.99.
Good deal.
Is there an Arrow edition of Robin Hood Prince of Thieves?
Not
Arrow.
sure.
Is there an Arrow edition? I'm looking that up now. Sorry.
Or is it premium edition, the HMV premium edition?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's a premium one. Robin Hood. It's Warner Brothers, isn't it? I don't know. Wait there. Robin Hood Prince of Thieves. Blue. You have to show that one, Pete. Arrow. Let me put Arrow. Arrow and Robin Hood going together. What am I going to get? I'm probably going to get proper arrows, aren't I? Come on, he's an archer. I'm in the wrong place. I'm going to look for that later. I love Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Came out the same year as Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and I did hope that Robin Hood would do better than Terminator 2. I preferred it over Terminator 2. That's not to knock Terminator 2, even though, you know, I could make a better edition than James Cameron, as I did in my video. No, that's, you know, my video how to make Terminator 2 a better film, which was just done for fun, nothing more. But yeah, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, I just love it. I don't care about Costner's accent or anything like that in it. It's just a great film. I'm going to look.
And the great reveal at the end of that as well. I won't say if you haven't watched it, but most people have. But.
Yeah, no, that was. I remember in the cinema seeing it, and that was like.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Oh look, Pete, Alan, Kermit's Ghost. I buried a time capsule under the patio of my old house about 20 years ago. Wonder when that will get dug up. Interesting. What did you put in it, Al? Just out of curiosity. Time capsules always interesting, aren't they? They really are. Let us know what you put in it. Ben R Films, Blue Harvest Toys. Thank you. It's good. AK says, rest in peace. Bernard Cribbins, he means very sad of hearing this news. Yes. I'd like to share everyone's links. If it will take it, go for it. I'll accept them. Everyone, I'd love everyone to share their links and join one another's channels. And this is what Mark over at Blue Harvest Toys does do very well in their streams. They will share links with everyone, so you can all go and subscribe to one another. And that's what I'd love to see. People's channels, those little channels and that, growing, because everyone's like creating this community, coming together. Big channels, little channels, whatever it is, help each other out. That's what it's all about, helping each other. Don't shun anyone, help them, even if you don't like them. But we're all friendly. Everyone's friendly. Pete says, what are some of the titles you guys are thinking of getting in the next few weeks? For me, it's Get Carter Set, and Sonic 2. Matt, anything on the horizon?
Well, the two main ones, Edge of Tomorrow, the 4K box set.
Yeah, I know.
And the Event Horizon box set, cool. Steelbook or whatever it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I just cancelled my Edge of Tomorrow. Obviously, I said earlier my thoughts on the whole Groundhog Day movie thing isn't necessarily for me. And I do have a steelbook of Edge of Tomorrow. Do I need it on 4K? Probably not. So I'm leaving that one behind. Event Horizon does interest me. It's a great film. I am getting that one. Sonic 2, I'm not getting. I felt it was a half hour too long. Film was it wasn't really for me. Do you know what? I looked the other day because I was looking at doing my, you know, once a month I do my sort of films that I'm most anticipating to pick up over the next 4 weeks for the month of August. And I was looking, and there ain't a lot out. There was hardly anything on there. August looked like a very, very quiet month. So Event Horizon for definite. Obviously, I've got the next Indiana Jones steelbook, but honestly, it looks like a dead month for the most part.
Yeah, and I don't know whether there's a huge amount been announced, really. I know September we've got Star Trek stuff, but beyond that, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's Maverick. That would probably be about October time, I imagine.
Possibly. I think Elvis is September. I'll get that. But August, I don't know when I have pre-ordered the Army of Darkness steelbook, 4K steelbook from the States. I've pre-ordered that. Big Bruce Campbell fan, and I just love that film. I think it's fantastic. But I don't know if that's August or not. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's not a lot. So yeah, Event Horizon for definite, and Indiana Jones and Last Crusade is the next one. Yeah. I'll have to do, when I do my video, because even I was looking in my video of actually putting other stuff in there, like sort of honourable mentions of stuff that's coming out that I'm not even going to get, just because there's nothing out for me to get, or very little. Kermit says hi, Pete. Pete says hi, Alan. Back to Kermit. Always here to help fellow YouTubers, Ben. Yes. Very, very helpful channel. Fantastic channel. Blue Harvest Toys. It holds a lot of interest for me because obviously part of my collecting habits are a small part of it is toy stuff, and I'm always looking in the toy sections of Forbidden Planet and that. AK says hi, Pete. I did actually pick up when I was in Bromley yesterday. I did actually go into the Entertainer, and I know that I said that I'm on this Batman sort of fatigue thing, but I actually picked up 4 mini Hot Wheels Batmobiles that they had there. You know, they were like 3 for £2, 3 for 2 or something. One was 85 each, I think they were, 3 for 2. So yeah, I've got the classic Batmobile, the car from the Batman, and a sort of comedic Batmobile where it's sort of squished, looks like a dune buggy. And there was another one from one of the games, and I thought, yeah, they're like really nice because I do like the Batmobile still. Playtendo Pete says I'm currently around M&S doing some food shopping, listening to you guys. Well, at least that hopefully will make that shopping experience a little bit more interesting. Because shopping can be, I don't mind going shopping actually. We did try the ordering from home, you know, and having it delivered, but I actually like I enjoy going to Tesco's and shopping, as long as it's the time that I want. If I'm doing Sainsbury's for my dad, because I do shopping for my dad, you know, once a week, because you know he struggles to get out now, so I go and do his shopping for him. Get up at 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m. on a Saturday to get to Sainsbury's for 7 a.m. and do the shopping, because I like it when it's nice and quiet, and because you can get everything.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So Pete says hello to AK. Goose's movies on. Hi Goose, how are you keeping? Hello chaps.
Hello.
Matt, that the wooden Lord of the Rings Blu-ray collection edition that you are talking about?
Is indeed, yeah. The wooden bookcase with the leather bound. They look like books, but they're not. They're sort of just, you open them up and they've got discs inside, some nice pictures and stuff. Yeah, just a wonderful edition. Very lucky to.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said it truly is. It's a wonderful.
Yeah.
When you showed it, when you done your opening, I thought, wow, that is, you know, that's an impressive set, and I've never seen it before. I've never actually seen it, but it looked, yeah, it was beautiful. Good one. Look at you, Playtendo, posh food. Yeah, posh food. M&S. I'm a Tesco's man. Sainsbury's, like I said, I do it for my dad. I don't, although I will say Sainsbury's is a nicer shop than Tesco's. Tesco's I'll go into, and they do look very dumpy now. Sainsbury's are a nicer looking shop. They keep it tidier inside. I will say that about them.
I shop in both, but yeah, mainly Tesco's. But Sainsbury's can be a little bit pricier, but you can get some nice stuff in there as well.
Yeah, my shop's primarily Tesco's, but I do utilise the club card points in Sainsbury's though.
Yeah, and they're really good as well for Disney Plus. If you're interested in Disney Plus, go on to Club Card, because I recently got 6 months subscription for Disney Plus. I'm going to redeem it next week. £8. That's fantastic. So it's worth going. If you shop at Tesco's, use the Club Card app, go on there, have a look, because they're often doing 3 months for £8 or £6, and every now and again 6 months for £8.
Wow.
You know, and that's fantastic value.
Is it £6 a month now or £8? Has it gone up? Did it go up?
Yeah, $7.99 or something like that. I'm not sure.
No, yeah.
So yeah, I'd definitely have a look on your club card if you shop there. You know, it's worth doing it for that, definitely.
Kermit says, as a collector, you don't have to justify your purchases. It's your money. It's your choice and yours alone. Unless you're married and have to explain it to your partner.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
That is so true. Yeah, got to do a lot of explaining.
I think there's buyer's remorse, though, isn't there? Everyone gets buyer's remorse and thinks, "Oh, I shouldn't have really bought that," you know. But it's true what he says. It's your money. You earned it.
Absolutely. No one should tell you how to spend it.
No.
Love that Supergirl statue. So I think he's talking about the one over this shoulder. I'm in reverse on the thing. Yes, I've got Batman, Supergirl, Catwoman, Power Girl, and Superman in there. With an alien up there, Vampirella at the back, Jungle Girl at the back, Rocketeer at the front. And on the other side of me, oh, here you go, Big Punisher one, Black Canary in there, Wonder Woman at the back, Zatanna, up the top, Catwoman, Joker and Harley, Poison Ivy and Elektra at the back, and behind another Harley Quinn at the back there. Yes. Yeah, that's just because I can't film upstairs at the minute because I ain't got a thingy in Ethernet cable and this won't connect too far. So we'll have to get one of them little devices, Matt, that you've got. Hello, AJ and Matt. Keep on collecting. How are you keeping?
Right.
Another good channel there.
Yeah.
People to go and visit.
That one either. I have to photograph that.
Matt's gonna sub. Blue Harvest Toy says that's why I'm single, Kermit. Absolutely.
You just go back to that previous comment. I didn't take the photo.
Sorry. Keep on collecting.
Thank you.
You got it? You're good?
Got it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Everyone sub back as well. KOC. I'm no good with abbreviations. I don't know what. That's why I'm single, Kermit. KOC. And Alan's laughing. I sorry. There's my ignorance again. KOC. Someone tell me. Good call at Kermit's Ghost.
I'll be talking about spending your money. I don't know.
Possibly. Maybe it will come to light further down. Someone can enlighten me. Keep on collecting. Hiya, Mark. Hope you're having a good day, mate. Kermit's Ghost. Thumbs up. Blue Harvest. Great answer. Oh no, sorry. Great, thank you. Sorry, I'm reading my own things now. My answer would be My Name is Earl, cancelled too soon. Yes, My Name is Earl was cancelled after 4 seasons, I believe. Have you ever seen My Name is Earl, Matt?
I think I've seen 1 or 2 episodes of it, but a long while ago.
It was. I did watch them all. They were very good. I liked them. It was different than. It looks more cinematic than standard sitcoms because it wasn't filmed on a set. It was actually filmed out and about for real in like the real world, so to speak. And it's Geezer was in Alvin and Chipmunks, and he's one of Kevin Smith's friends. I can't remember his name. Who played Earl? Yeah, it was very good, and he had this list of people that he'd wronged, and he had to go and put things right for them. But I don't think he ever got to the end of the list. Blue Harvest, Knight Rider, V, Quantum Leap, and Automan.
Yeah.
Is this programs that were cancelled before their time? Blimey,
bringing back Quantum Leap, aren't they?
They are, yes.
What do you think?
What do I think?
Oh, the trailer. Have you seen the trailer?
No, I haven't. Is there a trailer? Well,
yeah, there's a little trailer.
Oh well, I'm going to be watching that after this then. Does it still have the theme tune? Does it still? I know Scott Bakula chose another pilot over doing this.
Yeah,
if I'm right, I may be
don't
wrong.
think no. I mean, from what I gather, it's kind of set. Is it 10 or 20 years after the events of obviously Sam Beckett? So they're going. I think they're basically continuing the story, but obviously it's a whole new set of characters.
Yeah, they go to try and find out what happened, don't they? Or they start looking for it like that.
And I think Dean Stockwell's sort of replacement is going. I think it's going to be a woman hologram. So she's going to. I don't know what the character's name is going to be, but I think the main guy. I think he is like a Chinese guy that they've got as the main lead.
Okay.
But what connection he is to, I don't know. You know whether he's some sort of doctor or what. I'm not sure, but
isn't Ernie Hudson in it?
I don't know.
I think Ernie Hudson is in it. But yeah, I'll check that out. V obviously did have its revival about a decade ago, I think, with Monica Baccarin, or whatever her name was, starring in it. Went for 2 seasons. That got cancelled. The original V did get cancelled after a TV series when it looked like there was this other alien race coming into play. I remember that. Knight Rider. That's had a lot of revivals. It's had a few films.
Yeah, TV movies they've tried to do, haven't they?
And then a series that came again about a decade. I've got that actually. Automan I never watched.
Yeah, I remember that.
Never watched
BBC
that.
one. Yeah, it was a little bit like Tron. You know those sort of 90-degree turns they used to do.
Yeah.
He used to be in a. Yeah, he was like. I forget the actor that was in it. He's a recognisable face. I'm sure I've seen him in the films, but he used to be in a blue outfit, a bit like Tron, I suppose. And he used to be in sort of like a Tron-like car. He used to just do like 90-degree turns. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I've got an image in my mind, but I don't. It's not something I would have ever. I've never watched. Quantum Leap is one of the best shows of all time.
I loved
Leap,
it.
It was a very clever show because it was it could tell any story, couldn't it? It could tell any story.
So clever idea, wasn't it?
That sort of a show that could, but with the same actors in it, same characters taking you through. So it was very clever in that sense, and it was very good. I remember watching it during my school days. I think I just started secondary school around the time that came out. About 87, was it? I think it was.
Yeah. Late 80s. Late 80s, went into the early 90s, I think.
Yeah, I can still recite the entire start.
I've got season 1 on DVD. I'd like to get them on Blu-ray, but it's quite expensive to get them all on Blu-ray.
Yeah, those releases do hold their value.
See
them drop, A-Team, Knight Rider, those sort of things, Hulk, they all tend to hold their value and never go down.
Yeah, because you picked that A-Team up not so long ago, didn't you?
Yes.
You got that in CEX.
Yeah.
A few months back.
And I've got Airwolf as well. I do have the Knight Rider, the original Knight Rider series, and I do have Quantum Leap. So Scott.
Dimension
Scott.
Yeah, that's his first name, Dimension.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with Scott, okay?
Oh.
Scott. You don't mind, dear Scott. My picks for cancelled shows would, one, The Gifted, used to come from the Fox channel for about 2 seasons, and recently DC Legends of Tomorrow and Batwoman. Both didn't get a proper ending. Okay. Matt, any of them?
Isn't Batwoman still going, or is that the one that just did 3 seasons?
It got knocked the chop after 3 seasons.
Okay. I think I watched some of the first season, because the woman in it, I forget her name, but she was in the John Wick 2, wasn't she?
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose, yeah. And then she decided she'd had enough. And then there was another actor that took over the role, but I haven't watched that. And so they canned it, have they?
Yeah, I mean, all of the DC shows for the most part have been given the chop. I think Flash is given an ending to. Superman and Lois is safe, but everything else has now, I believe, finished. Stargirl was getting a season 3. See, I haven't watched the final season of Legends of Tomorrow yet, but I picked it up on Blu-ray when it came out the other day.
Didn't watch that series.
Yeah, I have seen all the others, and I really do like Legends of Tomorrow. Just because it's very light-hearted, it's very fun, very easygoing. Now, Batwoman, I didn't get into the first season, and I started again with season 2 when they recast, because I'm not a fan of Ruby Rose anyway. I don't think she's a very good talent. No other reason. I just don't like her. She's just not my cup of tea as an actress. The Gifted I never actually watched, but saying that it came from Fox are synonymous with cancellation. They don't like sci-fi shows. They never have, and they will always treat them badly and for the most part cancel them. Obviously, you've got exceptions to that rule, like with the X-Files and that, Buffy, but a lot of Fox stuff would just get the chop very, very quickly. Horrible company in that sense. But there you go. Looks like the new series is in trouble already. Oh, what, Quantum Leap? What's happening? What's the crack with that one? Because I don't read a lot of news or watch a lot of news on upcoming stuff. I just tend to go in blind. I don't have the time to, and yeah, I don't know. I've not heard anything. Have you, Matt?
No. I mean, I wasn't blown away with what I saw. Would have been it'd been great to have Scott Bakula back in it in some form or another, but I don't think he's got any connection with it at all.
No, I think the possibility is there for his return, because obviously they're looking for him. So if his new show that he's doing got the chop, then he could feasibly come into it. They could write him in, or at least I think they will cameo in at some point, because it is sort of going that way. So
the thing is the chemistry between Dean Stockwell and Scott Bakula was so good, wasn't it? You know, they had such good chemistry, and very difficult to replicate that again. But I mean, you know, you've got to give everything a chance.
No, that's right, absolutely. But we'll see. I'll watch it. I'll certainly watch it. So 100% at Lisa loves. Keep on collecting. You mean the new series of Quantum Leap is in trouble, Mark? I believe that's what he meant. I need to catch up with my film to see like Black Widow, Shang-Chi, plus Eternals as well. You got a lot of watching to do, AK.
You have, yeah. You're getting behind.
You can pick them kids off of YouTube and say it's my turn.
Yeah.
The kids might like that stuff. Yeah, the pilot has been moved to the 3rd episode. Oh, that's interesting. Not very good when that's
Why that's been moved to the 3rd episode? Weird.
Yeah, that's happened to other shows. Firefly had all their episodes jumbled, and so we might be getting to a reason here, because Keep on Collecting's asking. The showrunners have changed. That's a bit of a that's not good. I tidied my staircase, both of them in the CEX bags. I have so many films I've not even seen. Only I watch films. None of my family watch any films there of any different taste. So yeah. Oh, you need some time to yourself to get this stuff watched, mate. Sounds like they're hogging the TV. Keep on collecting. AJ's right. Why do they pander to the minority when they won't watch it anyway? It's true. But pandering is what we do as a society now, isn't it? Jaffa Cakes Robin. What other films does AJ hate that he has? Oh, this told you this would happen, didn't I? This is my mate. This is my mate coming to upset me. So here we are with someone who's attempting his best to rile me up and get a reaction out of me, which isn't gonna happen because, yes. Anyway, so AK Poundland is gone with physical media. Prices are going up. I have to see my pocket. I don't buy everything. I'm into Marvel film, just only into films which has great star casts. That's me, and that's fair enough. That is fair enough, AK. Totally fair enough. Sorry, I'm just blocking that person who I know who it is that doesn't like me, but I will thank him because he obviously watches my videos, so he gets me a view, which is fantastic. But yet he doesn't like me, but yet he watches. So good on him. AK, what's your favorite Marvel Comics movie and DC films? Who's your favorite Marvel and DC character? My question is to Matt. Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
No.
Well, DC is Superman. It's definitely my favourite Superman character. Marvel, Spider-Man. So it's always been for me Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man. Top two.
Cool.
What about you? Well, we know what yours is going to be for Marvel.
He didn't ask me. He asked you. He doesn't want to hear my answer.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
My favourite is obviously the Punisher from Marvel. Everyone knows that who watches the channel. And DC, I would say Superman. I'd go with Superman. He's a great character. Yeah. Can't say Batman, otherwise I'll upset people. I'll say, oh. Sub to Lisa, Harvest. That's good. Hi guys, why do people go mad on slipcovers, steelbooks, when all you see on the shelf is the spine?
Well,
it's a good question. It's while we think this one over, matey who I've just blocked is scrambling to create another YouTube account to come in under a different name.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so we'll see him pop up in a minute. Unfortunately, someone who the education system failed years ago. But there we go. So, why do people go mad on slipcovers and steelbooks, Matt? What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think obviously you have to store these things, so ultimately you're probably going to see them spine on, but it's usually, when you take the item off the shelf, you're able to look at the front, the back, the inside. The slip cover is different to the inside cover. But yeah, I mean, it's, ultimately, I mean, even with spines, you can get the spines that all line up and make a picture as well. So it's what you're into. Not everyone wants to collect slip covers or steel books. Some people are quite happy with the Blu-ray standard cases. Some people are happy with DVDs. Some people are happy with VHS.
Yeah, it's what you're into, isn't it? I mean,
absolutely.
I don't get overly excited about a slipcase. I mean, I like a nice lenticular one, as you know. A bit of lenticular is nice always. I suppose it's that sense of getting something different, getting something special. It stands out different to other things on the shelf. Obviously steelbook. I mean, I've got a lot of steelbooks. I have. But there are times when I do question, if I prefer the art on a standard release than a steelbook, I make up a standard release.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's just down to personal taste, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, got some messages from AK. 1 bag, tons of DVD in my garage. I've got my garages. Sorry, that's my phone ringing. I'm just going to stop that. I'm stopping that phone from ringing. 1 bag, tons of DVDs in my garage. I've got my garage stuff fixed, shutter fixed. My fences need fixed. Call fence person, have a look and get it fixed. My house needs some work doing. Get it done. But if you've got a garage, have you got a car in that garage? I'm just thinking what to buy on physical media. Well, there's a lot coming out. Well, not in August. We established that, didn't we? Can I one day come to your live chat, AJ, mate? That'd be good. Yes, Matt.
Yeah, it'd be nice to talk to him.
That'll be a good one. Yeah, because I'll do this regular with Matt, and then we're going to be bringing in other people. Yes, I'm approaching people. I haven't put nothing in stone yet as to who and when, but yes, of course you can, AK. That would be great. BritBox has all the Doctor Who's. Okay, that's good. We're getting a little bit of schooling here. Okay, they are Jerry Andersons. You were right, Matt.
Thought so.
And they came before Joe 90. Yeah, fantastic. Cheers, Mark. Thanks for letting us know that. Always learning. I used to watch ITV Channel 4, BBC. I don't watch TV channels. I watch film. What I see watching new films on YouTube. I'm into Bollywood. I love to do YouTube. Yeah, we know you do. And your content is good, AK. Keep it going. Don't ever stop. Zach D Productions. What's going on? Matt, are you subscribed to Zach D Productions?
No, that's another photo.
Jump onto Zach. Make sure you sub back. What's going on? We're 2 hours and 6 minutes into a live stream.
Oh my gosh, 2 hours gone already.
I know.
It's just flown by.
Tempus fugit, as the Romans say. Time flies.
Certainly does.
Yes. How are you keeping, Zach? Are you all right? Zach's got a good channel, so everyone jump onto that as well. David Warner and Bernard are both in the 60th anniversary. Going to be a great send-off for them both. I wasn't aware that David Warner was in it. That's good. I actually met David Warner once at a convention. Yeah. You know David Warner, Matt? You would know him.
David Warner. Is he the guy who was in The Undiscovered Country? Played the main Klingon guy. Is that David Warner? Not.
There's one of them in it.
Yeah, not. No, I'm not.
The main one was
Star Trek 5. He was in.
Hills Are Alive. He was in one. Yes, he was in one of them.
He was in Star Trek 5, and then he appeared as a Klingon in Star Trek 6, I think.
Yeah. Here you go.
Yes.
Yeah, David Warner.
How old is he now? He must be.
He passed
quite
away.
elderly.
He passed away.
Oh, he passed away as well. Oh.
Yeah, the other day. Yeah, 80.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, these are people we grew up with, you know, and gosh.
David Warner's been a lot. I mean, he was in Babylon. He popped up in Babylon 5.
Yeah.
Master 3. The Eye of Braxus.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of that sort of genre of TV and film.
Yeah.
You know,
no, I didn't know he passed away.
You said Titanic, didn't you? Did you mention Titanic?
Was he in Titanic? Was he?
I believe he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was one of Billy Zane's lackeys, or he worked with Billy Zane, I think.
He was in a lot of films, I know.
Keep on Collections just sub to AK. That's fantastic. Sub to each other. Thank you, mate, for the sub. Keep on collecting. Well, both are in the 60th. That is great Yeah, I didn't know David Warner was in it. Obviously, I knew Bernard Cribbins was, and I'm looking forward to that return.
So this 60th anniversary, when is this actually gonna? Is it this year?
Can anyone answer that? I think it is. I don't keep up. I think it is later this year, but I honestly don't keep up with. I may be wrong with when it comes for me. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I kind of lost interest in Doctor Who after David Tennant. I don't know, it just wasn't the same for me. I just kind of nipped in and out of it, and
yeah, I kept up with it until Jodie Whittaker. I saw some of her stuff.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of hers, but
I didn't like her in the role. I didn't like the sort of political casting of it. But I will say this, everyone, you hear it here first, that this new season of Doctor Who, or this new regeneration of Doctor Who, will not be the last. Because there's no way that the BBC will cancel the character on a person of colour and who's gay. There's no way they'll cancel it. Because they won't admit they've got a failure. Same as they would never have cancelled it on what's her face? Well, I just said her name, Jodie Whittaker. They've never cancelled it on a woman. They won't cancel it on this new guy. They will have Doctor Who regenerate back into a middle-aged, old white guy, then give you a cancellation because they won't be an admission of failure on these other castings, and that's
So has it been confirmed the new Doctor Who will be gay? Is that right?
Well, the actor is.
Oh, okay. Because really, Doctor Who shouldn't really be about, gender, that sort of.
No, it's
to do with that, is it?
It shouldn't really hold a place in any of this stuff, really, but it does, doesn't it? I mean, I'm hoping. I'll be honest. I'm hoping that the new guy has been cast on merit.
Absolutely, yeah. It's about the story, not about whether they're, whether they're male, female, green, black, blue, pink, whatever. It's about, because Doctor Who is an alien, all the way through. He's just regenerated into a different person, but the core personality, I suppose, is still there throughout. That has to continue. Otherwise, if you take it in a different direction, the fans will just, they won't be interested, will they?
No, they won't. No, it's yeah. I'm not for stunt casting, really. I'm hoping that. Sorry, all my messages just disappeared. Then I'm hoping that it will be a good actor. He'll be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You've got to give everybody a chance, haven't you?
Yeah, but they're not going to. Like I said, they won't cancel on a stunt casting like that. And essentially, it is a stunt casting. It's to tick certain boxes. We know that. Okay, so Zach says, "Wow, I've got loads of messages." Matt, what time have you got to shoot off?
I mean, I'm good to go. Yeah, for however long you want to go for.
All right.
Obviously, I'll have to go and have my dinner at some point. But yeah, if you want to carry on for an hour or so, I'm fine. I've got a bit more battery. Yeah, my battery's all right at the moment. So it's up to you.
My missus just heard you. She sat there giving daggers now.
Oh.
Another hour.
Whenever you want to go, whenever you've had enough, you just let me know.
So Zach says he only grabs movies at Target only when it's a new release. Is that all you shop with then, Zach? Because Zach is in the States, Matt. He is a stateside channel. Goose, I still dream of one day visiting the Holy Land of Barnes and Noble during the Criterion sale. Okay. I'm gonna start shoot through the comments because there are quite a few actually.
That's fine. Yeah, carry on.
Hi. miss video stores. Keep on collecting. The old rental stores. Yeah. I miss going in looking at their ex-rental section.
Yeah, I miss Woolworths and Blockbuster and all of those shops.
But I did used to. I was naughty back in the day with video stores. I did tell you, didn't I, Matt?
What's that? Say again.
I did tell you, didn't I? I used to be naughty with the old video stores back in the day. Didn't I tell you when I used to pirate the
No, I don't think so.
Back in the day, I'd go to a rental shop, I'd rent the film, I'd pirate it, having 2 VHSs joined up together, and I'd unscrew the boxes, you know, the case.
Okay.
Swap out the reels. give the
Oh my word.
Store and keep the original for myself.
Yeah, blimey.
I was a lad.
Yeah.
Blue Harvest, I just get my DVDs from CEX, eBay, or Amazon. Just got the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for £2.60.
Yeah.
Douglas Adams. What's the answer to the life, universe, and everything?
32, wasn't it?
42.
42.
Yeah, so Blue Harvest, is that I take it that's the TV series as opposed to the film that they've done. Yeah, it was great. It's very so much. There's so much depth to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and the meanings of everything, and that I ain't seen it for a long time, but it's wonderful. AK, Best Buy, Target are fantastic. I wish we had these in the UK. AK, my daughter's not into physical media, but she loved Toy Story 4. It was a beautiful looking film. That water at the beginning, when I think one of the toys is in the water getting dragged away, it looked fantastic. No, it's not worth taking it. I totally agree, AJ. In CX there, give it 1 penny. Great point, mate. Christ, we're miles back, aren't we? If that's what people are messaging about. Mark, you're mentioning all the good shows today. Hitchhikers was so awesome. Loved this as a kid, and even now I still enjoy. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is good. Did you ever watch it, Matt?
Yeah, years and years ago. Can't really remember a lot about it, to be honest, now. But
I'm looking for all the good shows on DVD. Yeah, I've been through a sort of DVD nostalgia, old shows pick up thing recently, and animation cartoons, the 80s cartoons. He-Man, Thundercats, Mask, She-Ra, all them. Keep on collecting. Yeah, here too. I would rather watch physical media. Plus, they don't play older shows on streaming, so we need our own collections. 100%.
yeah.
AK giving us love there. Look, Matt. We love you too, AK. No, we do. You're good. You're a good guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Zach, I'll probably always stick with physical media. Hopefully, it will always be there to stick with.
It's nice to see some young people like Pete. You know, he wants to collect, and it's nice to see young people sort of still got that passion. It's like say a lot of young people. It's just I'd rather watch it on my phone.
Zach himself there is quite a young fella. And yeah,
and Michael as well.
Yes.
So it's nice to see sort of, and young women as well. I'm sure there's some young women out there that collect as well, and older women as well. Yeah, it's good because I suppose our age group, sort of 40, 50, 60 plus. We don't want to be a dying breed.
No. So Adrian says, I picked up Beetlejuice on Blu-ray SD in HMV sales. I watched it last night and it's a classic movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Do you know what? I didn't like it.
Didn't you like it?
Enjoy it? No, I never watched Beetlejuice when it came out. I never saw it until about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And it may be the same thing, Matt, as you with Goonies.
Yeah.
Goonies as quite, you know, when you was younger and you watched it recently.
Yeah.
Didn't for you.
Didn't have the same.
I think it might be the same sort of effect.
Yeah.
Not to detract from Adrian buying it, because, you know, art's subjective, as I say, as everyone says. Art is subjective, and we all like what we like.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it worked for me just because I was so late to the game. And I think I went into it thinking maybe Michael Keaton was in it a lot more than what he actually was. Because he's not in it.
He was very good in the role. I mean, again, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but you know, maybe if I watched it now, it probably wouldn't be, you know, classic as I thought. But I don't know.
But you saw it back in the day, so
yeah.
But I think it's that Goonies effect, because you know, Goonies I think is a classic film. It's fantastic, but it didn't work for you, which is
no, because I'm seeing it through the eyes of an adult. I think it's something you'd need to. Although I'm sure there are people that have watched it as an adult that have enjoyed it. It just wasn't for me.
No, that's
even my daughter. She watched it with me, and she's 14, but she didn't really like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. We like what we like. We don't like what we don't like.
No.
So Dimension Scott got it.
That's it. You got it.
I don't think you'll find the Richard Donner cut Superman 2 on HBO Max or Days of Future Past, the Road cut on Disney Plus. Thankfully, I've got those physicals in the collection. Yes. I like both of those versions, and you're right.
Yeah.
I neglected to ever buy the 4K version of X-Men 2, X-Men Days of Future Past. Sorry, because it's not the road cut that was put to 4K, and the road cut is my go-to version of it, and that really bugs me.
I've got both. I've got the 3D version as well.
It just bugs me that, you know, you have these other ones and you just don't get them. So yes, they problems Bollywood are facing heavy losses. Only South Indian films are working at the box office. Okay. That's interesting. Kermit's on the move. He's long gone, Matt. You're waving to no one. But it was nice to have him on. That was very nice.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Bye, Kermit. Bye, Kermit. Wave, Kermit. AK. Well, I've got loads from AK here now. AK's dominating the messages, it looks like, Matt. Big film not going great. Only 2 films, small budget film. Films worked plus big filmmakers making huge budgets. Big star casts failing in Bollywood. Such my favourite, Akshay Kumar. He does 4 films. Okay. So Bollywood's having a hard time, which is, you know, not good for Bollywood and its fans. That's my love of films in Hollywood, Bollywood films. Don't get me wrong. It's fair enough. That's good, AK. Take care, Alan Matey. Bye. AK says, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, one of my childhood favourite film ever, guys.
Yeah.
It's a good film. Not my favourite Terminator. That goes to Terminator 1. I like the horror aspect. Matt, what about you?
Well,
what do you reckon?
Told you about this the other day. I like them both equally for different reasons.
Yes.
Terminator 1, obviously, you know, Arnie plays the bad Terminator, and it's a very cult film. That for me, you know, it's quite low budget, but it was the beginning of Cameron's career, and you know, it's an absolute classic. Whereas you go to Terminator 2, totally different film, very big budget, you know, fantastic effects, groundbreaking special effects. And he's done a complete flip. You know, he's the good guy now. And yeah, there are comedy elements in it, but I think they're trying to show a lighter side with the relationship between the Terminator and John Connor. But there's also a very serious side to it with the destruction of, you know, Judgment Day and Sarah Connor almost going from being very passive character in the first film to almost like an assassin in the second film. Obviously through those events. And you know, you did that video the other day about how you would improve it. And I thought you had some very valid points. I agree with you that, you know, the fact that he goes into that bar and he takes all those guys out, but he doesn't kill any of them.
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't have happened in the first Terminator. And he'd just, you know, they'd all been gone.
Yes.
My take on it would have been that if you hadn't have seen that, they'd have cut away from it. So you didn't know, did he kill him? Did he not kill him? And again, when he came out, sat on the bike with that music, whilst it's a great, you know, piece of music, it almost had that sort of comical kind of feel to it a little bit, where he puts the glasses on and that kind of thing. And again, if they'd have just left it a bit sort of, you didn't quite know whether he killed him or didn't, it still would have led up to that point where John Connor.
A bit of ambiguity.
Yeah. So the audience was in the same place as John Connor, whereas we knew before John Connor that he was reprogrammed.
No, yeah. So it's funny you say that, because I didn't actually think of it that way with the ambiguity and not showing, but that's exactly what they'd done with the Robert Patrick Terminator and the police officer.
Yeah.
He wallops the police officer and the police officer goes down, but you don't see that police officer actually get killed.
No.
It's only after you can assume he's killed that copper.
Yeah.
If you've had both of them, both scenes play in a similar fashion with ambiguity as to what's happened, then yeah. But no, the Bad to the Bone scene it's a cool scene. It really is, and that music is cool for that scene, but it is played for a comedic effect.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but that could have easily been put in later in the film anyway.
Yeah, and I agree with you. You know, they obviously were going for 15. They wanted a wider audience for a 15 certificate, but they could have maintained that with that ambiguity. You know, without you seeing too much until the big reveal. You know, but yeah, but some good ideas. You know, it's worth analysing it. How could it have been done differently? Don't take away from the film. You know, it's a fantastic film.
Oh yeah.
And you know, but yeah, why not? Why not just have a sort of, how could it have been done a little bit differently? You know, I thought it was a good video.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, where's the fun in me taking, you know, taking a crap film, a film that's hated by people, and doing a video on how to make this film better? It's very easy to do. You know, it's got to be a very easy task. But to take a film that is, like I said, almost cinematic perfection, and for me to then say how to make this film better, and coming up with some ideas that, well, personally, I do think do make it a little bit better. It's just for fun. That's the thing. It's just,
absolutely.
It's not, you know what I mean? It's having a laugh. Anyway, I'll be back. Hasta la vista, baby. That's not AK going. He ain't gone.
No.
All right, Pete from Theme Parks and Toys. Hi, Pete. How you doing, mate? Afternoon. That's another channel. The community in the sort of toy collecting and those collectibles with Blue Harvest toys. obviously Blue Harvest being the name of Star Wars, the unused name of
Family
Star
Guy.
Wars. Yeah.
And the Family Guy.
Yeah, it was used for Family Guy. That's right. This is all a community that I do go into their lives and chat to them, and they are very friendly, and they do encourage everyone to sub to one another. And
Yeah.
Hello, Pete. Keep on collecting. Now, obviously, Keep on Collecting's from I didn't say earlier, but he's from there as well. It's nice to see these people come over and come over. It's fantastic. It really is. This may not even be their cup of tea. I don't know. We are all very friendly for the most part, mate. For the most part. Fancy meeting you here. A little bit of chatting going on. Do the next phases of Marvel are any good, and what do you think of the next Avengers movies? Do you want to go first, Matt? What are your thoughts on?
Yeah, I mean, I think, and I was discussing this with a work colleague. He's quite into Marvel as well, and I think Phase 4 that we're coming to the end of. I think it's kind of felt very fragmented, shall I say?
I was going to say disjointed. Yeah.
Yeah, disjointed, fragmented.
Yeah.
Very much sort of individual stories, but no kind of sort of like the Infinity Saga, where there is little sort of Easter eggs and little links to next films and all this kind of thing leading up to something. We haven't really had that.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping with the announcement of 2 Avengers films, we're going to start seeing with Phase 5 maybe a little bit more getting back to that kind of thread and building up to something.
Yeah.
I think, and again, this sort of Marvel fatigue that people are talking about, I can understand why people are feeling that, because I do think, whilst there's been some good films, and I thought Doctor Strange 2 was probably one of the best out of all of the bunch, I do feel the Eternals, whilst it looked great, it didn't grab me.
Yeah.
Black Widow, it was a good film, but again, maybe a little bit too late. I haven't seen the new Thor film yet, so I can't comment on that one. Black Panther 2, I do like the trailer for that.
Yeah.
I thought that was done very well, and I'm interested to see what they have to do with that. So, and I saw a leaked trailer of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium.
Yeah, exactly. One where you can only see about half of the screen.
Yeah, I did see that, and again,
part of the leaked trailer.
Yeah, they're sort of bringing Kang into it, isn't it? Obviously, we saw Kang in Loki.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's where this main Phase 5 is going to lead up to, the Kang dynasty or whatever it is. The Secret Wars, I'm not too sure on. So, but yeah, I do think that I'm hoping that Phase 5 starts to pick up a bit, because I think we've had a bit of a. I think Infinity Saga was so good, and we finished on Endgame, and well, we had Infinity War before that, and now this Phase 4 is kind of like dipped down, and we've been chugging along, but I'm hoping now it starts to take off again.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think Phase 4 has been, I think, like you said, after Infinity Wars, it finished on such a high.
Yeah,
it's been very difficult to recapture that that sort of interest. For me, I totally agree with everything you say. It has felt disjointed. I'm looking forward to the introduction of Kang. Kang's a great character from the comics. Always enjoyed Kang in the comics. I think Secret Wars has the potential of being huge. Secret Wars was a comic from the 80s. It's actually where Spider-Man got his black costume that then went on to become Venom. In Secret Wars in the comic. But it's a story from the 80s. It could bring all these worlds together. You could see a return for Spider-Man, all that. I'm not talking about the Garfield Spider-Man, and you could possibly see them pop up in that. It should be good. As individual projects go, I think there are some that interest me, some that don't particularly interest me. Although I will end up watching them all. But the good thing about the ones that don't interest me is that they've got the potential of actually impressing me, because my expectation will be somewhat lower. But I wasn't a big fan of Eternals.
No.
Shang-Chi, I know people liked it. I think you liked it yourself. But for me, I didn't. Again, one I didn't particularly like. Yeah, this phase has been funny. It's been a funny old phase. This one that's just rolling to an end. I've been more impressed with their TV stuff, I think, and up until lately, with their TV stuff than the films.
Yep.
There you go. I'll be buying Sonic 2. I have and enjoyed first Sonic the Hedgehog. I loved it. My daughter loved it. That's great. Sonic 1 I did enjoy. Sonic 2, I just thought it was a bit long. Did you see the Sonics?
No.
AK Elvis, I enjoyed the trailer. I'll be getting it. Not on release date though. No, why not? If you wait, the prices drop so quick now. That, you wait a month and you get half the price of.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested to see that.
It was very good.
Apparently, Tom Hanks is supposed to be really good in it.
Yeah, they are wondering if he'll get a Razzie though. Again, they're saying stunt casting for him just to get a big name in it. There you go. Asda do have retro Ken and Star Wars figures for £3.50, says Pete. Okay, interesting. Unfortunately, I don't have an Asda nearby. Believe it or not, I'm miles away. There is a small one nearby, but they ain't got a toy section or anything like that. It's a small. But that's interesting.
That's going back to, like, I can remember the Star Wars figures, the original ones, when I was a kid, and they were like £1.50.
Yeah.
But like, the original Luke Skywalker, and I had Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, R2D2, C3PO. I think I had Han Solo. But yeah, sold them all years ago on eBay.
Bet you wish you kept them.
Yeah.
Is it, Pete? Says AK. AK again. That's good price for Kenner figures. It is not a bad price. £3.50.
Yeah, absolutely.
I used to collect Kenner figures as a kid. My best fantastic days in my life. These times are not coming back. No, they're not. That's a very profound thing to say, AK. They're not coming back. It's over for us. Unfortunately, there's less in front of us than what there is behind now. Yeah. How's that feel, Matt? Knowing that.
Big birthday coming up this year for me. Yeah,
Pete says he keeps his club card points for the Disney
Plus. Good idea.
No, that's great. It's a good price. I'd love to have Disney Plus. Oh, sorry, that just vanished. Adrian James. I would love to have Disney Plus. It's a decent. It's decent.
It's a good platform. Yeah.
It's the only platform I do that I have.
Yeah. Got something for everybody.
Oh, there we go. We asked this about 2 hours ago. What was KOC? Keep on collecting.
Yeah.
I wonder anyone's still watching, considering these two old boring farts going on.
Well, it will tell you on the stream, won't it?
Jason Lee, of course it is. My name is Earl. It says at the top, 2 hours 38 minutes. Oh, well, I don't know. These are miles back. Jason Lee. That's it. Thanks, Pete. Just couldn't get the name. Keep on collecting. I'll be watching your videos. I will give you a sub, mate. Nice. Well done, AK.
13 people still.
Yes. Remember Street Hawk?
Yeah. That was good. I like that. Yeah.
Street Hawk was good. I remember of it. I don't remember it, if you know what I'm saying. I can't think of anything in particular within it, but I remember it. I remember watching it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you had them all, didn't you? You had the cars, the bikes, the helicopters. And there was even one. It only ran for 12 episodes. And I don't know if anyone remembers this. It was called I think it was called The Hitcher or The Hitchhiker. No, The Hitcher. And it starred. No, sorry, scrap that. It was called The Highwayman. The Highwayman. And it starred Sam J. Jones, who was Flash Gordon. And he had this big lorry with a helicopter built into the back of it, and the sort of bubble of the helicopter sat over the top part of the lorry, and the lorry would come out. And it only lasted 12 episodes. It used to be on really late at night. I remember that. The Street Hawk was good back in the day, but I don't remember anything particular about it. I just remember enjoying it. KOC.
Did you ever watch The Master?
The Master?
Yeah, Lee Van Cleef.
No, I never saw that.
He used to be a ninja.
All right.
That was good. That was late at night.
Yeah, no, never even heard of it.
Yeah, The Master. Yeah.
I do remember Street Hawk, Knight Rider, and the A-Team, says AK. It would have been AK's era, for definite. You're welcome to keep on collecting, mate, AK, because they've subbed. I have the $6 Million Man box set on DVD.
Yeah, that's a good series.
I have the Bionic Woman. I don't have the $6 Million Man, though. The Bionic Woman I got from Germany. And I'm talking about the original. And I've got the remake one from 2008. I got cancelled very quick due to the writer's strike of that year. And there are all my time favourite shows. Knight Rider, A-Team was my favourite. I used to watch Baywatch.
Yeah.
As well as Street Hawk. Yeah, Baywatch was it was all right.
I'm really listening.
Yeah, it had its reasons to be watched.
Oh dear.
Okay, Ben R Films is publishing my first video. A little nervous as I'm used to recording planes and uploading them on the main channel. That's that's great. We shall check that out, Ben, when you upload. Make sure you let us know. Did I take a photo of Ben R Films? I've taken a photo of that channel name anyway, just in case I didn't, and I'll be checking it out. What's your AJ, mate? I know. What's your AJ, mate? I know you're. Yes, it is the Punisher. You're absolutely correct. Batman, Superman, my favourite DC heroes, and Spider-Man and Captain America, my favourite Marvel heroes. Captain America does come in second for me as favourite Marvel hero. It would be my favourite MCU hero, definite. Oh, Ian's in. There we go, look. I've been watching the fantastic Orville episode. Nice to see you both live. Hiya, Ian. How are you doing? Now, Ian is a channel, if anyone is interested. I gave him a shout out the other day, Sunday evening on my video. Great channel. Go and check him out. Go and sub. He's been watching the fantastic Orville. Matt, you've never watched the Orville, have you?
I did watch the first few episodes of season 1, but yeah, when I get Disney back on, I'm gonna dive into that because hearing good things about sort of. You're saying it's very much like TNG of old.
Yes. There was a bit more humour injected into the Orville in the first 2 seasons, so it was a little bit humorous. But then it broke for 3 years over COVID. It wasn't on. And the 3rd season has come back recently. And I did watch and review today episode 9 of this 3rd season, 10 episodes in total. Now, last week we did get a 90-minute episode. The episode I watched this morning was 80 minutes long, and this had effects in it that would embarrass some big budget sci-fi films.
Really?
This had action and effects, space battles. It had sort of skydiving stuff that you've had in Star Trek, where they jumped out of a shuttlecraft in skydiving gear and coming down, dog fights. The program this year has gone from strength to strength. The writing on it is so good. I can't say enough how great the writing on the Orville is. They even done a transgender episode, right, about a child that's being an alien race child of this alien race that doesn't like females, and the child was born a female, then turned into a boy, but then wanted to. This was in another season. Then wanted to go back to being a female, and I'll be honest, when I went into the episode, my eyes rolled, like, what are they doing? By the end of that episode, I came out of that episode, and I've got to say, it was probably one of the strongest written TV series episodes I have seen in a long, long time.
Yeah.
This program is just so good. It really is.
Well, that's the sort of thing that you would have got on the Next Generation. These kind of sort of, done well, they break new ground, I mean, Star Trek's been always renowned for that, but unfortunately, these recent series, apart from Strange New Worlds, and again, I need to watch those, get free trial. But for me, Star Trek's lost its way at the moment, and I'm not even hopeful for Picard season 3, to be honest. I know they're bringing the next gen cast back, but it's more than just the cast. You need the stories. You need the writing.
Yeah. I think the Next Generation cast coming back is again a stunt. It's just stunt reasons. They know that the last 2 seasons of Picard have been quite lackluster, and fans have not been. I'm not saying there ain't people who liked them. There is, but they're not Star Trek, and they're written. They're not written properly. You get together. They've tried to give you a cast like Star Trek has, your 7 main cast members, and same with Discovery, but then give you an overlong story arc, which doesn't work for the characters that you've created. You've now shoehorn them all in, as opposed to giving an episode to this character or 2, which Strange New Worlds has now learned. Makers of that, people on that are saying, yes, this is how we've done it wrong. Let's correct it. And I just think that, Picard. They never wanted to do all the cast in Picard. Patrick Stewart didn't want to do it with them. He didn't want, he wanted something different. He didn't want to do the Next Gen again. But obviously, last season and that, they might as well give it a try. Got nothing to lose, have they? But when you get that Disney up, Matt, give Orville a go.
Yeah, I will do.
So, AK movies, my favourite: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and Thor. Everyone, a whole lot of favourites there. Plus Spider-Man. Let's not forget Spider-Man. AK loves them all. Adrian still has Blake 7 on VHS. Yeah. I did meet Glynis Barber. Dempsey Makepeace. She was in Blake 7.
She was, yeah.
Yeah, they used to film it about 4 miles away from here, and where I live now, in Camberwell and Dulwich. It was a big filming location for Dempsey Makepeace. I did have a signed autograph at the time. I was only a young lad, don't know whatever happened to it. But there you go. Blake 7 was good. Back in a bit, I like slips for functionality, prevent the spine of the actual case from sunlight fading. That's
true.
A very good point that I never actually considered. Let the slip fade. That's why I keep my curtains drawn in my movie room, or my room I've got all the time. I don't have the light coming in. Slip covers are just nice extras. KOC, so we know what KOC means now. Keep on collecting. Don't know why I didn't get that. It's 1 a.m. in Australia. I need to head to bed. Enjoy the rest of the live stream. Everyone, chat soon, AJ and Matt. Thank you, KOC. Let's see. I'm now. Jerry Anderson, I love their show, says AK. Yes. Did you have a favourite one, Matt?
I think Thunderbirds probably. Always liked Thunderbirds.
Yeah, for me it was that one I showed the other week. Space Precinct. I like the combination of live action and this little model work, but just so much charm to it.
I did like Space 1999. That was Jerry Anderson. Always enjoyed that. That was in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. He done a lot, didn't he? He did do a lot.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. Dimension Scott. Slip covers are more complete. AK says Stingray, Thunderbirds, and Captain Stingray. I just love Stingray.
Yeah, Stingray was good.
That was good.
They're all good, really. They're all fun.
I've lost all my. Okay, so AK movie slip covers. I love them. I'm not fussed about them. It just looks fantastic with the film. We buy. Yes, agree. David Warner was in Star Trek Next Generation 2-parter, torturing Picard.
Yes, he was.
Yes, what was the number of lights? There are 4 lights.
4 lights, yeah.
4?
Yeah, or 5. Is it 4 or 5, something like that?
Yeah, I can't remember the number, but I remember that was very
good. Yeah, so he was in Star Trek playing 3 different characters then.
Yeah. Adrian says, I have Supercar, Fireball, Stingray, Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, Joe 90, UFO, Space 999, and Terrorhawks.
Terrorhawks, yeah, I remember Terrorhawks.
I saw Terrorhawks the other day in CEX for 15 quid, complete series on Blu-ray. So Adrian is a big fan of Jerry Anderson, obviously. It's 100th anniversary of the BBC special this year, The End of Jodie. 60th anniversary is next year.
Okay.
60th is next year. Okay, all right, that's cool. End of
so this
Jodie.
60th anniversary, is it just the new Doctor and David Tennant again, or is it old Doctors coming back into it?
I have heard rumours that they might have Eccleston back.
Yeah.
But again, I don't really pay too much attention to news. I just sort of take it in its stride, and it's feasible that Tennant might pop back. And and thingy, mate, we saw the other day, the old boy, David Bradley.
Yeah.
He might be back as the first Doctor.
Nice to have Tom Baker as well, but I know he's getting old as well, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes. So we'll see. It'll be good. I'm glad to see Tennant coming back. He's my favourite.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get slip covers, and some releases we don't. Never been a fan of Doctor Who. That's AK. Pete, theme parks and toys, sub to as many people as possible. That's great. 60th anniversary episode is next year. This year is the 13th. Sorry, I didn't put that up. 60th anniversary episode is next year. This year is the 13th Doctor special, last episode. Yes. I'm excited for that one because I'm not a Jodie Whittaker fan. Wow, Terrorhawks. Yeah.
Yeah.
That ended. That was the little squares, and you had the cubes and you had the circles, and at the end of the episode you had sort of noughts and crosses being played out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think the squares were evil and the round ones were good, if I remember. Terrorhawks my favourite. Also Thundercats, the real Ghostbusters, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, He-Man. I grew up with these fantastic shows. The 80s was a good era for.
It certainly was, yeah.
Fantastic. AJ, mate, your live stream is fantastic, brilliant. I appreciate the kind words. AK says I miss Woolworths. Sorry, one sec. Where am I? Sorry. Miss Woolworths, Blockbuster, all these rental stores. We do. I am trying to rush through these because there are a lot of comments. The Blockbuster videos were much stronger than the regular. Blockbuster was good, and they had the chance to go with Netflix, didn't they? They had possibly been bought out, was it, or buying Netflix or something, and they decided against it.
Yeah. Do you remember Rick's Video? That was before Blockbuster. The Rick's Video. Remember that?
No, I'm younger than you, mate. You're just showing your age now. No, I don't remember Rick's Video. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Ritz. RITZ.
Ritz. Yeah.
Ritz Video. Yeah.
I don't know. No.
And then they took over Blockbuster.
Yeah. Did anyone remember playing with Dinky Toys?
Yeah. Loads of Dinky Toys. I've still got some, I think.
Again, I'm going to say no because Matt can just show his age.
Oh dear.
By Dinky Toys, do we just mean like little, little cars and stuff?
Yeah, just the little metal cars.
Yeah.
Dinky, made by Dinky. Late 60s, early 70s.
Mate, I was 76. That's when I was born. Old AF Reviewers is in.
Hello.
Are you subscribed, Matt? You know.
Old AF, yeah, I think, yeah, pretty sure.
Another one for you to check out on. Anyone who's not subscribed, go and sub.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am.
These days of rental stores, I used to rent a film, record the film in blank VHS tapes, such as 90s Bollywood films. My dad used to get most of films from rental stores. I miss my dad and mum. They were. So I'll tell you, you've lost your parents, AK. That's sorry to hear that. Age gets to us all, doesn't it? I've only got my dad left now. My mum died when I was very young, mid-teens. Yeah, and I believe your parents are all both gone, aren't they, Matt? Yeah. It's how we deal with death is as important as how we deal with life. Said someone in something sometime. I can't remember what it was from. So the days of rental stores, I used to rent a film, record the film on a blank VHS. So AK there has got an admission of piracy.
Not quite to your degree.
No.
Oh dear.
I used to supply pirate films to all my teachers at school. They would come to me and say, have you got this? Have you got this? I once had I had a book. I had my daily journal thing that you have at school. And in the back I had a list of names, titles, and how much money people owed me. Very
entrepreneurial.
Yeah, the teacher once said, what's this? And I explained it to them what it was, and they said, that's great. I think we should go and show that to the headmaster.
Oh.
I think that's fantastic. I said, no, don't do that. Yes, all the teachers used to come to me, and then they gave me wonderful scores on my predicted grades.
Yeah.
Physical media is always better than streaming, says old AF. I'm not going to say what AF means, but old AF reviewers. Physical media is always better. Okay, my mum and dad used to watch films on TV and VHS. I wish they're here with me today. I remember them. Yes, AK. But the one thing to remember is that events in life like that do shape who you become. They turn you into the person you are today. And same with me, as much as I'd love my mum to be back, I would never, if I could change it, I wouldn't, because I'm happy with the person I am. But if, I'd be a different person if she was here, basically. It's something we all have to go through, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things that shapes you. Just be the best person you can to, make them proud. Keep physical media alive. As a gamer, there's always a push for digital and absolutely hate it. Physical games all the way, and normally they're much cheaper. Play Tendo. Yeah, because you're of that younger generation where you are a gamer. You've got that sort of gaming. Yeah. My kids are, although they don't play too much, they are that sort. Me, I did a bit. I'm rubbish. At it. I used to play Call of Duty with the kids. My two kids would sit down on the PS4, PS3, whatever it was. Call of Duty. You'd have the screen, and it would just be the three of us on the map. And I would have whatever weapons I wanted, machine guns, whatever, and they would just have a knife. All they were allowed to use was a knife. And then we'd all run around trying to kill each other. Them two trying to kill me. And I could never get them, even though I had every weapon under the sun, because I'm just too slow with it. And they're just like... My wife's not into film. She watches the Punjabi films, wedding film plus song. She's into her classic Bollywood track, where fantastic back in the 90s stuff. I love to listen to these songs in YouTube. That's cool. Oh, Yorkshire Media's in. Hey, matey, how you doing? Really nice to have you on, popping in. That is fantastic. Hello, everyone in the chat. Yes, go and subscribe to Yorkshire Media. He's got a channel of his own. Get over there, everyone. Subscribe to one another. I need to see Beetlejuice. I do have it. I never seen the Goonies. Was not into it. There you go. AK and Matt, something in common. Goonie haters. That's Mark from Yorkshire Media. Pete at Yorkshire Media. People saying hello. Hello, Pete, says Yorkshire Media to Pete over at Playtendo. Anyone pre-ordered Dog Soldiers 4K set? I have actually, yes. Yeah, I did. What do you think of Dog Soldiers, Matt?
I don't think it's a film I've seen, to be honest.
No, it's actually very good.
Is it a werewolf kind of thing?
Yeah, but it's about these soldiers sort of on training exercise in the Scottish Highlands. British Scottish British soldiers. I'm going to start again in a minute. British soldiers on training exercise in the Scottish Highlands and werewolves. Yes. It's a good film. It's a decent film. It's about time it did get a decent, lovely release. Video Tasties, hello dudes. Hello, Matt. Are you sub to Video Tasties?
Yeah.
He has invited me onto a stream in a couple of weeks, I believe it is. A watch through of a film of my choice, and that he showed me, and I chose Midnight Run.
Oh, okay.
With Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Charles
I've not
Brody,
seen that for years.
And I love it. It's one of my favourite De Niro films. I just think it's so good. Buddy film, isn't it? And there's so much swearing in it. That's why it's got 18 certificate. Ian says, saw both Beetlejuice and Goonies at the cinema. Just didn't connect with. Maybe should watch now as an old man.
Yeah, give it a go.
Oh, all these Goonie haters, Matt. You're like bringing it out of everyone. Hello, Garrett. Says old AF. Hey, Pete. Theme parks and toys. Let's have a look. What's this? Bollywood movies are just remaking stories. We just have a great writers plus keeping their very high cost of their films. It's just bad year for Hindi Bollywood films are too long. So why don't you do a video on it, AK, talking about the issue? AK chats.
Yeah.
Technic, first Terminator was raw. T2 was a comedy. First Terminator was guerrilla filmmaking at its best. T2, it's a great film, but tonally it is completely different. It is a completely different movie tonally, isn't it? Not that's thing. I'm not knocking. I like Terminator 2, but Terminator's my favourite. Matt, you got to tell me when you got to go, mate. We're at 3 hours and 5 minutes. You're only meant to be in for 2.
Yeah, I'm still. Yeah, I'm fine.
People I watch on YouTube, they are very clever what to watch and what not to see in Bollywood. I see their box office collections, reviews. South Indian are in a fantastic year. They're just put heart and soul. That's great. AK. I thought Robert Patrick was good in those later seasons of X-Files episodes. Yeah, he took over, didn't he, from Duchovny. Robert Patrick's a good talent. Something about him, something highly watchable. Hurricane Alfie. Are you on WhatsApp, Matt, mate? Matt, are you on WhatsApp for AK?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on WhatsApp, yeah.
Hurricane Alfie. Hi, AJ and Matt. Hurricane Alfie, how are you doing, mate? Do you have a channel?
Hello.
I'll have to check that one out.
Hurricane Alfie.
Yeah, I don't know if Hurricane Alfie's got a channel, but I certainly will be searching after this. I've got photos of everyone I don't think I am sub to if they've got a channel. I say hi to you, AK, on WhatsApp, mate. Never message me on WhatsApp, mate. Yeah. Hopefully they introduce mutants into the MCU, says Hurricane Alfie. Yes, there's so many decent characters that, you know, yeah, there's a whole universe full, isn't there?
He's got a channel.
Sorry?
Don't think he's got a channel.
Okay, all right.
Alfie. Oh, hang on. You carry on.
Yeah, a lot of good, decent mutant characters, Alfie, that they should.
Yeah.
I love Jamie, mate, Jamie Powell and Katie. They make me laugh. Plus, he's a wonderful YouTuber out there. Thumbs up also to Slayer Reviews, Ivan, the Big Paulie, James from Dudley. They are wonderful. They're all decent channels in their own right. Fantastic YouTubers to watch them. Crazy Joy, he's very funny. Right. Cool. Opinions on Fight Club. Do you know I've never seen Fight Club? I've never watched it.
No, I haven't either.
Wow. Well, that question can't go anywhere else further than that.
No.
Yeah, I've seen Fight Club. It's one of those films that's just I've never got around to.
Yeah, same.
Guys, do you used to collect Kenner figures? My questions to AJ, May, and Matt. Yes.
Well, when I was young, yeah.
Collect in the sense of play with, as toys should be. Yeah, Kenner figures, Star Wars figures were great. They were fantastic. The Master with Vega and Keith is a classic series. There you go, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember Blue Thunder? I've got the film of Blue Thunder with Roy Scheider. Yes.
And the TV series as well, yeah.
Yeah, the film I've got, yes. I do like them sort of helicopter films and that. When I was a kid, I'd broken their heads off Kenner figures. I used to cut my Kenner figures, Han Solo, Kenobi, I was a kid. Used to cut your figures up. It's like that little kid in Toy Story, wasn't he? And he's like that little, I don't know his name. And not Andy, that's the good one. The little kid with the Punisher shirt, skull shirt. AK's Dark Side's coming out. Old is gold. Where the great days and times for Knight Rider Street Hawk. Yes. Shut up, you fool. Mr. T's catchphrase. Any plans doing any cinema trips or doing anything special? Matt, you got any plans? Channel wise or anything special? Any cinema trips coming up?
No, nothing. I say the only. I'll definitely go and see Avatar at the cinema. Possibly Black Panther 2. I don't think anything else that's coming out. What about you?
I haven't. No, at the moment, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I will end up seeing. I never saw Black Panther 1 at the cinema. I'll be honest with you.
No, I didn't know.
It's one I never got to. No, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing planned in that sense.
In a way, it'd be quite nice to see this Prey at the cinema, but I don't think it'll be getting a cinema release here.
No, that's right. Yorkshire. Let's not forget Daredevil and Spawn. Yes, Daredevil is a great character, and so is Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
And a new TV series coming in the future for Daredevil.
There is indeed, with Thingy back, which is good, because he was good. But Spawn is ripe for a remake. They should do one. They really should make another Spawn film. Try to. What's your best pickups for this year, AJ and Matt? 2022 and 21. What's your favourite actors? 80s, 90s. My questions to you both. A lot of questions.
Well, I'd say one of my best pickups from a price point of view is that, as I say, that Perfect Storm. I'll say I've recently picked up the Rise of Skywalker Zavi edition, the nice tin edition.
Yeah.
I managed to get that on eBay, pretty much half the cost of what it was on Zavi when it came out on Zavi. So that was a good pickup.
That was good. I mean, I was pleased with my Elm Street pickup series where I got that for 18 quid, and it was like £70. And then sold my other Elm Street on for I got $16.99 for that. Favorite actor, 80s and 90s. Matt, you got one? Or favorite star?
Well, I always love Arnie. I wouldn't say he's a great actor, but he's a great action star.
I like Bruce Willis during that era a lot.
Yeah, he's good.
Coming out of Moonlighting, and I used to watch all of his films. Mark says I like UFO and Jerry Anderson and the Secret Service. I've not seen Secret Service. What's that?
Yeah.
I have Terrorhawk's figures, says AK.
Wow, still got them.
Show them, mate. Show them in a video. I collected Corgi cars, still got some. 60s Batmobile is on one of my shelves.
Oh, right, yeah.
You'll have to show that one, Ian.
Yeah.
I'll be interested in seeing those. I'm good, AJ's. I'm glad to hear it. Fantastic. I'm happy you've popped in. That's really nice of you. What's your favourite games consoles back in the day?
PlayStation 1. I've still got it. Still got it in the shed. Well, in the garage.
My kids have got a PlayStation 1, but it's in Italy.
Oh, yeah. Remember you saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's in a house in Italy because my first wife, her parents were Italian. My kids are half Italian, and the parents got a house out there. And PlayStation 1 is actually over there with some games still, and it still works.
Yeah.
But mine was the PlayStation, and I like the Sega Mega Drive as well. There you go. Yorkshire's answering AK. Mine was Mega Drive, PlayStation, Master System, favorite games consoles. AK loved them all. Fight Club is a great film. I recommend it. I shall give it a go. I don't know why I've never got around to it. I see. Oh wait, sorry. Yorkshire Fight Club is a great film, very funny in parts. Yeah, I will give it a go. I need to. Bloody hell! I've built a Lego Aston Martin, and you're still alive. You're still alive. Yeah, we was only going for 2 hours, but
yeah,
we've been 3 hours and 13. I'm gonna. If I don't get to the end of the comments, people, I will stop this in. What'd you say, Matt? At 3:30. Give another 15, 16 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Call it a day then, because my missus has now brought the knives up from the kitchen. So I might not live much. Daggers coming across at me.
Oh dear.
You need to listen to the commentary track of Fight Club. Learn so much. Okay. I will look into that. Mark, people saying hello to one another. We'll get to these comments in about an hour after your Aston. Well, you built the Aston Mine. Dimension Scott. I have to keep Dimension.
Yeah, I'm sure we call it Dimension. So.
How you get to your theatres? I've been there 20 times during all the circumstances in the world. How do you get to your theatres? How do you mean? Sorry. How do you get to your theatres? I've been there 20 times during all the circumstances in the world. What do you mean, Matt? Any inkling on that? Sorry, I'm lost in translation to me.
Yeah, how do you get to? I've been there 20 times.
I'm
guessing maybe you're talking about pandemic stuff.
I did stop at the pandemic, and I lost the need to go. Even now, I'm not. I've been a few times, but I'm not back into it fully.
No.
Yeah. Just bought American Psycho on 4K. I hope I can one day get the steelbook. Great film. Christian Bale's excellent. Christian Bale is very good in the film.
Never seen it. Okay.
He's very. I only saw it recently. I'll be honest. New film for me, really. Probably in the past year. Only in the past year I first saw it. AK's not seen Fight Club. Blue Harvest. I've got 60 odd Batmobiles. Wow. That's. I've got a few. Not that many. Maybe 6. Oh, same film called Fight Club in Bollywood. I've got 1 Hot Wheels Batmobile. I picked up 4 the other day. Mark, in yesterday in Bromley in The Entertainer. I will show him in a video. Does an actor you might not like put you off watching films that may be considered classics? That's a good question. A very good question, because I can answer it. I'll let you go, Matt. I've got a different answer that kind of covers it. But if you've got anyone, Matt?
I don't think anybody off the top of my head, but yeah, it's a good question.
McCarthy will put me off a film. That woman. What's her name?
Oh, Melissa McCarthy.
That's the one.
Yeah, I don't particularly like her.
One of my favourite actors is Nicolas Cage, right? But I didn't used to like him up until The Rock. It was The Rock that changed my opinion about him. And there's quite a few actors that I haven't liked, and then there's been a switch when they do a certain role, and then I love the actor. And Nicolas Cage was one of them. And he's one of my favourite actors now. And I will go back and watch his older stuff, but he wasn't for me when he first started. Tom Cruise, as you know, Matt, I'm not a lover of his younger films.
Early stuff, yeah.
And I would avoid him. I'd actively avoid him. I didn't like Tom Cruise. And it wasn't until about the Mission Impossibles that I got into Tom Cruise. It's happened with quite a few actors.
Who's that? I can't think of the actor's name, but Wolf of Wall Street, not Leonardo DiCaprio, but he's kind of like sidekick guy. And what's his name? I don't like him. I cannot stand watching him. For some, I don't know, something about him that I just find him annoying. Yeah, I don't like him. So one of the reasons I've watched Wolf of Wall Street, and probably is considered a really good film. I like Margot Robbie in it. I thought DiCaprio was good in it, but I just don't like Jonah Hill.
So what do you like about Margot Robbie in it? A smile, he knows.
Yeah.
That's the reason we all like Margot Robbie.
No, just something about him that I don't know. He just winds me up.
Yeah, but I like that question. That was a good question, Ian. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was a good question.
I'm sorry, I meant how many times have you been to the theatre lately?
Okay.
Probably 4 or 5 times since COVID. That's it, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, well, COVID's still about, isn't it? But since the sort of reopening,
yeah,
many times.
4 times.
Yeah. Hurricane Alfie. I used to like cinema, but can't stand the sound of people rustling packets of popcorn. Frustrating. I like, if I go to the cinema, I tend to go very early in the morning when there's the least amount of people as possible. Yeah, it's, and people are so rude now. They're mobile phones on, talking, watching. You know, sometimes you wonder, why have you paid to come into this film when you're just going to sit there and try and talk all the way through it?
Yeah, or what, looking at your phone all the time.
Yeah, because people have this, you know, these younger people have this. Sorry if you are younger, and you know, it's not everyone, but they have this. You know, they can't consume content unless it's 15 seconds at a time. They have to, you know, they can't sit and get invested in a story, in a film. It's TikTok. It's 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds. That's what they like. Christ.
Although I'm sure there's some older people as well, probably our age that are the same.
Probably. They probably are.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen the film Digital Man? Does anyone know if I can get it on DVD? Digital Man.
I heard that one.
I've not heard of it. Let me. While you're there, just gone to IMDb Digital Man, because there's not many comments left, Matt, so we should be fine to jump off in 9 minutes and 10 seconds.
Okay.
Have a look at this film, Digital Man. 1995 movie. Digital Man, 1995. An out-of-control robot is inadvertently set loose in a small community, and crack squad of soldiers are sent to hunt it down. Gradually, the members of the squad begin to suspect that some... can't see the rest. Okay, so it's a sci-fi film. Never heard of it.
No.
Ken Oldon, Kristen Dalton, Adam Baldwin is in it. I know Adam Baldwin as an actor. Paul Gleason, Ed Lauter. Okay, no, never heard of it. Hurricane Alfie says there is one on eBay. There we go. There's your answer. He's already seen the answer. We're just hours behind. Thanks, Hurricane Alfie. I've never seen the film. Hurricane Alfie says, I am younger, but I have respect for people in the cinema. We all should have respect for each other in the cinema, old and young. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't, do they? And this is the last question on my list from Hurricane Alfie. So I'm going to close the questions down there. I don't feel like I'm from this generation, to be honest. Yes, good lad, says Blue Harvest. So I'm going to leave the comments there, please. No more comments, because we've been at this for 3 hours and 22 minutes. If we stayed on another, you know, another 20 minutes, we could have watched the entirety of the extended version of Justice League. Yes, Justice League. And sorry, let me just. Hello. Hiya, how you doing? Where's this at? Coventry. Completely wrong number. No, I'm based down in South London, Wimbledon. I've been getting a lot of calls from you with regards to vehicles, but they're other parts of the network. They're not other parts of the company. They're not mine. Quite a few. Yes. Yeah, it's not me. I'm not your contact firm. Sorry. No worries. Take care. Bye-bye. Sorry, it's work. It's work late. There you go. Thank you for distracting me from my videos. You're welcome. Thank you for coming in. It's been nice having you here. And have you been in an accident? That cool. Have you been in an accident? I ain't had my one then lately for ages. Anyway, I'm leaving the comments there. No more comments. They won't be read. Matt, how's that been?
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
2.5 hours.
A lot of people on.
Hour and a half longer than what we thought.
Yeah. But yeah, we had a lot of people asking questions, and yeah, been good. Yeah, enjoyed it.
And for the most part, apart from one person who is a hater of me, some obscure reason.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind. Come on, we've all got our haters. Everyone has been nice and polite, and I think that every message there, not one message used a profanity, not one swear word in any message. And that in itself is lovely to see. And because obviously Matt doesn't swear, I don't swear. Outside of the bedroom. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's been really nice having everyone on. Thank you. This has been a first for me and Matt. Obviously, I've done a couple of solos. Matt has been on live with other people. Matt's got a fabulous channel. Go over and subscribe. Why not? And we're going to look up those people that we ain't subscribed to and subscribe to them as well. And just build a really lovely community. It's been good, but in future I will have to limit the time to, I will say 2 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it could just go on and on and on forever. And obviously I want to get through everyone's messages. Of course I do. I don't want to leave people out. But unfortunately, it may have to go that way moving forward. But I will be looking at having other people on as well, Matt. Obviously, we'll maybe do a couple more solo for us, just us two, and then open it up and bring a third and maybe a fourth person on, and yeah, and we'll see how it goes. So anyone that you can suggest, Matt, that you've got, that you might be friendly with, that I'm not overly friendly with, if you know what I mean, put their names forward, and we'll yeah. So I'm gonna end the broadcast there, everyone. Thank you again for coming in and being so gracious. Blue Harvest says he'll be live tomorrow at 10 and maybe live tonight. I know he does some impromptu ones, so that'll be great. I will pop in if I can. I will be at work at 10, but if I get the opportunity to jump in, I certainly will. And Yorkshire Media, great live stream, mate. And thank you for joining. Much appreciated to everyone. And we shall see you all later. Bye, everyone, says Yorkshire Media. I'll just put that up. He says goodbye to everyone. So we'll leave it there and goodbye.
Yeah.
And Scott says, great live stream later. Won't put that up. Now take care all and goodbye.
Bye.